What's up, everyone? ODC here with Soldrum86.
What's up, peoples?
And we are here to discuss two things, which is SDCC, WWE Mattel Elite action figure reveals, and we're also going to discuss the Battleground pay-per-view and predictions. And yeah, so first let's just jump into it. I'm going to screen share here. And we'll talk about some of the Mattel stuff. I did want to note this in the beginning of the video. I'm going to try and set something up Sunday. Sir, if you're free Sunday.
Okay.
I Strident wanted to. I wanted to get you and Strident together, and we could all talk about the rest of the reveals if you guys want to. We don't have to talk about every single reveal, just the stuff that we like, basically.
All right, cool.
If you're free.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Cool. All right, so Sunday we'll probably do that then. So all right, let me screen share real quick, and we will jump right into the reveals and everything.
What's up, WWE fan?
Okay, let me know if you can see my screen okay.
All right, yeah, I can see it.
Okay, there we go. Okay, all right. So for the first one, oops, I'm over. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, for the first reveals, we have this was day 2's reveal, so I'm going backwards here. But we've got the long-awaited Virgil right here. He looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
he's
I want to get that one.
Yeah, he's basically in a suited body. Now, is this an Elite? I can't remember.
I
think it's an Elite. I think.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Because you look like it almost looks like they have sort of like an ab crunch.
Yeah, that's got to be an Elite. Yeah, it's an Elite.
Yeah.
So that's great. We can finally finish off our Ted DiBiase, what you call it, Virgil stable.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. Moving on, then we have Wolfpack Macho Man.
That looks cool.
It does look cool. This will probably, I mean, how many more Macho Mans can we really get? Look over here. Is that Elizabeth?
Yes, it is. It's a Then Now Forever line.
Oh, because there's no photos on that figure. I haven't seen any photos on that figure.
Wrestling Days. What's up, Zorbox? Wrestling Days put up a video and it shows the front of it. She looks cool. It's like her. She's gonna be in the line. Seth Rollins is like in his gray and black.
Okay, cool. And, they are coming out with the gray and black version.
And you got the other two figures are American Alpha, and they come with the NXT Tag Team titles.
And they're Elites.
Yep, those are gonna be in the Then Now Forever for Walmart. So I was like,
oh, thank God, thank God, thank God. So yeah, I'm guessing this is WCW Miss Elizabeth.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
It's gotta be because she's got the arm covers or arm gloves. I don't know what you call those.
Yeah,
the long.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. I like anything Macho Man's pretty awesome. I missed out on the Hollywood Hogan NWO Macho, so this will be. This will take that place. So I'm glad I have a second shot to get that NWO style Macho. Moving on, we have probably the best heel besides Samoa Joe in the WWE right now, which is Bobby Roode, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is just a basic, and he does retain the old style basic articulation. So, and we're going to get to that in a minute. We're going to talk about that in depth because that is just the new style articulation that they're giving these figures is not even worth buying anymore.
Right.
But we've got Bobby Roode here. Basically, to me, this is going to be used for the head scan and the knee pads.
Yep.
I'm probably going to make my own Elite out of this just to hold me over until the Elite comes out. But it looks really good. What do you think?
Yeah, it does. I will wait. I will hold off and get the Elite one, but that does look good.
Yeah.
Now I wonder, will he be like? It looks like Target is going to keep that NXT line. So is every NXT figure that comes out going to be a Target exclusive, or are they just
probably?
That's what I was wondering.
At least that's what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's not, then that's good for everything. But I would assume that since the first line was a Target exclusive, that the rest would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. We got Bobby Roode, and if you are a basic fan, you are a basic action figure collector, this is good news that he retains the bicep swivels and the ankle articulation, which the new ones don't, by the way. The new ones do not have any bicep swivels. They have a swivel at the elbow, which is unnatural to the human anatomy, and they have no ankle articulation of any kind at all. They have the boot swivel and no ankle articulation. That's what the new ones have. But Roode, yeah, it's terrible. And I still think they're going to sell them for a $10 price point, which is awful.
Yeah.
Next, we have DIY, and this does retain the old basic articulation, which is good. I'll probably pick this up because I might skip out on the elites if they do come out.
Mm-hmm.
Just because elites tend to run a little bit taller, and I don't know. DIY should be short.
They should start. They really should start doing more 2-packs like that. Nation of Domination, Rock and Farouk. I don't understand why tag teams can't just be packaged together like elites.
Just have a tag team line. Do a sub line, a tag team line.
Yeah, because most likely nobody's gonna just want to get one of the tag team. If you want to collect the tag team, you're gonna want both of them. But they either make you wait for 2 waves because they'll separate them. So it makes no sense. Like the Heath Slater and Rhino, you have to wait a while actually for the Heath Slater one.
Yeah, there's no reason that if you're going to do a tag team, it should be in the same wave. There's no. Yeah. They started doing that with Harlem Heat and the Dudleys, and then they stopped doing it all of a sudden.
Yeah,
it's like why would you split that up? It doesn't make any sense. So. Next, we have Eva Marie. I don't care. She's not even in the WWE anymore, so who gives a shit? That's the way I
yeah, I know. I was like, why do they still
why would you come out with an elite of her? Who cares?
I'm shocked they didn't cancel it. Like, that's weird.
They should. Because they're going to cancel all the Austin Aries attires. Since he's not. If they're not here, why do I care? No one gave a shit about her anyway, so.
Right.
Moving on, we have, yes.
Yeah, that is awesome. That's what I was waiting for. I didn't want the basics of those guys. When I saw that, I'm definitely getting the Revival.
Top guys, baby.
Hands down, getting the Revival.
And we got the updated tag titles with them. Awesome. I'm loving it. They look great. I got their basics, and I love the basics of them. This just makes everything even better. So they look fantastic. And I'm a big Scott Dawson fan. I think he's fantastic. He should be. I feel like this body should be a little bit wider. They're both a little bit bulkier, a little bit wider.
I was going to say they should be a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But still, I think they look pretty good.
Yeah, they're on the thin side, but the face sculpt, everything looks pretty good.
Yeah. All right, so that was today. I think there were a couple more reveals on, but they didn't include this on the page for some reason. I don't know why. But let me see if there's anything else. Oh, here we go. Here's some better photos of the Revival right there. So they look fantastic.
Yeah. Now, I wonder will they come with their entrance jackets?
I doubt it, since they're coming with titles.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Dr. Ox's Yankum is still available on Hasbro Toy Shop. Excuse me. I almost said Hasbro Toy Shop. Sorry. If you go to, what was it? Toys R Us. Toys R Us has him. They're also going to be, I think they might stock him at way after SDCC. But get your orders in. Orders started yesterday, so go to Toys R Us and look up the SDCC exclusive type that into your search engine on the Toys R Us website, and you'll see Yankum is still up there if you're interested in picking up Dr. Isaac Yankum.
Yeah.
Here's all the rest of the the reveals here. Right here we have what is this, Wave 53, I think, right?
Yeah, 53.
There's 53 and 52 mixed in here.
Yeah.
It's not in like order or anything like that, but we've got the new Braun Strowman with the stretcher that he threw Roman Reigns off the dock with. We've got the long-awaited D'Lo Brown with his chest protector and the European title. Thank God.
Must buy.
Yes,
Definitely
this is
getting that.
a huge must get. The guy right next to him, not big a fan of the face sculpt, but that Ken Shamrock figure is another must get.
Yeah,
for a lot of us collectors out there.
And I think his robe is cloth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's cloth robe. So, but no Intercontinental title, but that's okay, because I actually think he comes in his red attire, which was actually before he had his Intercontinental run. I don't think he has Intercontinental run until he had his blue attire or green attire.
Yeah.
But you could give him either Intercontinental title belt, either the oval one, which is the ugliest one, I think, or the traditional one, because he did have a small run with the traditional one, I think. Then we got SummerSlam of last year, and they called this the Universal title, but we all know this is the wrong title belt that they put with Seth Rollins. But I was told that the red belt will be with him.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I don't really, you know what? This didn't need a title belt. This could have been by itself with no title belt. He never won that title with this attire. So it's kind of redundant to give him that, or I shouldn't say redundant. I retract that. I should say unimportant to give him that title because he didn't win it. He lost. So could have given Shamrock.
What I'm saying. Yeah.
Give Shamrock his Intercontinental title.
It's like what I was saying before when they just kind of they kind of put too many belts with wrestlers, and a lot of the times it's when it's not like needed. Like they won't put a belt with a guy when you think, okay, for example, the defining moments Macho Man. Everybody was like, why didn't he come with the Intercontinental title? He had it going into that match, so why not? But like as far as the Universal title with Seth, that title was vacant. Like so
exactly. To me, that Macho Man, as much as I do love that Macho Man, I think Mattel knocked it out of the park with that figure. I still think that should have been a 2-pack with Ricky, and the Intercontinental title belt should have been in the middle of the two of them in a 2-pack. But
that's what Jax would have done.
Yeah, that's you're right. You're 100%. Jax would have done it immediately, but they didn't do that. So. Then we got the New Day. I'm going to pass on these. I just don't need to spend the extra money on the New Day. Again, I have 2 versions of the New Day.
I'm going to get those only because I missed out on the blue. And like Kofi and Big E are still really easy to find and very, very cheap. But Xavier Woods is like $50 or so, and it's like I'm not paying that much for him. So.
Yeah, that's stupid.
They're like rider attire. I'm gonna get that because I like the WrestleMania one, but I want one in their more colorful attire that they usually wear. So yeah, I'll be picking those up. And 2 of them are supposed to come together. Big E is by himself in the wave, but Kofi and Xavier they're gonna be in the same wave together.
And Xavier does also come with the horn-tipped boots.
Yeah.
To note. So. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll sell the blue versions and get these versions. I don't know. But I just don't need 3 sets of the New Day, It's
right.
Pointless.
Yeah.
And then we got List of Jericho, and I'll show you guys him in person later because I got him today. But here is, I believe that is the List of Jericho exclusive. And then we have Kevin Owens, updated Kevin Owens. I like it, but it's nothing too crazy. I
like the new shirt.
I like the new shirt too. Yeah, it's basically just a repaint with details.
Yeah,
different details. The Miz figure, looks great. Why he doesn't come with the Intercontinental title belt is beyond me. But
they gave it to Maurice. Did you see that Maurice?
They did.
With it?
That's right. They did. I didn't. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, Zorpox asked, and yes, I will be getting that the Maurice figure with the IC.
Yeah, I'm gonna get her too. I got her basic, the 2-pack with the Miz and
With the Miz,
yeah. So I'll probably pick her up. One of the very few female figures that I pick up from Mattel. But we've got Alexa Bliss and we've got Heath Slater here. Definitely going to pick up Heath Slater. I'm going to pass on Alexa though.
Do you have Rhino yet?
Yeah, I have Rhino. Yep.
Okay, that's right. I will be getting that Alexa because I don't have the last one, and that one looks good. So if there's any Alexa Bliss to get, I will get that. If I would have had the last one though, I would pass. But because I missed out on her basic figure, I will get that Elite.
Yep. Yeah. So she does look good. She definitely does look good. Down here we have basics. We got oh, is that a basic? Is that John Cena? Yeah, it's a basic. We got John Cena and the weird, I don't know what's going on with that attire, but pass. These are the new style articulation figures here. Not this Seth Rollins, this I'm pretty sure this Finn Balor, this Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose. They do not have arm swivel, they do not have bicep swivels, nor do they have any type of ankle articulation. These are statues. So it's horrible. I don't know if this Corey Graves has the articulation. I can't remember. Let me see if there's more.
When you'll see in the close up, I think he's like everybody else. He doesn't have any biceps or anything.
That's terrible. All right, moving on. I don't even want to talk about that because that's just garbage. Here we have the defining moments. Finally, my prayers have been answered. We have the defining moments. Chris Jericho, the first ever undisputed champion, Chris Jericho, with the proper knee pads. Thank God. Both title belts. Great face sculpt. I think this might be the best Chris Jericho face sculpt right here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I think it's the best. He's got that smirk. It looks like Jericho. He's got the red dyed tips, just like he had back then in 2001. And it looks fantastic. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It's in the top of my list to get. It's been in the top of my list for a long time. So that is a defining moments figure. Let me see. I think that's pretty much it for that, so I can close this out. All right, next up, we've got my boys, the Club.
Yeah.
And
these look awesome.
They look fantastic. Now, this is probably going to be plastic on Gallows. Yeah.
But is the other one cloth?
Is this going to be cloth?
Because it looks like it. From the picture, you can kind of tell which ones are plastic and which ones are cloth. That one looks like it's going to be a soft goods shirt.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, I do have a Ralph's Figure Clothing one. I can always throw that on him. But if it's cloth, this might be one of the premier figures to get this year as far as how good it is quality. He comes with his title belt like he's supposed to. He comes with a cloth T-shirt, and he's got the new updated attire. And I'm pretty sure he's supposed to come with knee pads too, which is fantastic.
And again, these two guys would be perfect to sell together. They got the belts.
Yep.
You got the entrance gear. It's like I don't understand why Mattel just won't go that route, man. Leave tag teams out of certain waves and just bring out waves of tag teams if they wanted to. Like,
I agree.
Or just how they do the battle packs, but just make them elites. They did it with the Nation Domination. Yeah, sell it for $40 because that's what the price would be anyway.
Yeah, sell for $40 because that's what you're going to spend anyway. If you sell them, whether you sell them single or whether you sell them together, you're still spending $40.
Because I find it hard to believe somebody's going to pick up Luke and not Anderson.
It would make no sense.
Right? Like I don't get it, man.
I love the basics of these two guys. I just got the basics about a month ago, and I love them. And now I'm even more happy that we're finally getting the elites of these guys. So I'm really happy about that. I'm a big fan of the Gallows and Anderson. And, this is a huge step up from their basics, I think. More detail, obviously. The boots are better detailed than the basics. And we've got the updated attire. So if you got the basics, now you'll have their other attires. So there you go with that. And then this, I don't need it. This is a total pass for me.
If I saw it, it looks cool, but I got enough. I got what, 3 different versions of Stone Cold. I'm good.
It's just another Austin and
Yeah.
I don't know, is this painted on or is this going to be?
I think it's going to be like the one before. I think it's separate.
Okay, good. But I mean, if you're in the market for an Austin, there you go. But he is wearing jeans, so he's not wearing his wrestling attire.
Right.
So that kind of stinks. But I don't know. It's just another Austin. Don't need it. This is interesting. I'm going to get this because I don't have the 2010 release of Batista. So this is perfect for me. I think this actually harkens back to what, 2005?
Yeah.
When he is this around that area?
It looks like it.
I think it's around 2005. Yeah, it says WrestleMania 20. This is the WrestleMania 21 contract signing. Batista.
Yeah.
So this is 2005.
I didn't notice he was coming with that.
Yeah. This is actually the same pen that comes with the list of Jericho. So yeah, he comes with a contract, a pen, and the World Heavyweight Championship belt that we have not seen in a figure in a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to be picking up this Batista. It looks good, I think. Next up, I don't care about this. I don't need it. It was unnecessary for them to give us this over how many other figures that are necessary.
Right.
Why do we need this?
Right.
And it looks like he's got all new parts.
Yeah, it does.
Because he's in a smaller body. He's in a flabby, skinny body. Mm-hmm. His arms are different. So, yeah, I don't know.
And his shirt, it looks cloth. His shirt looks cloth.
It does. So I don't know.
Yeah,
that's a pass. I don't need James Ellsworthless on my shelf.
Huge pass.
Yeah. So this, holy shit. Wow. Looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Now keep in mind, these are prototypes, so we didn't see the final product, but as far as what she comes with, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know, she looks fantastic.
She's definitely on the list, man. Definitely.
So, Ember Moon looking good in her first figure. Jack Gallagher, I'm definitely going to pick this up. This is funny. I think it would have been a nice little touch if this part right here were removable, and then you have an open piece that you connect to that. So
see, I was thinking about that too. Like another thing too, I hope both of his hands aren't going to be fists. I know these are prototypes, but
yeah, it would be kind of stupid if they did that.
Right.
But I don't put it past Mattel to do something like that.
Because I think Mattel should start giving us extra hands sometimes. Just like I was looking at that List of Jericho one, and he could only hold like either the pin or the.
Yep, I was going to point that out. Yeah, I was going to point that out.
So like, it would have been cool if they would have had like maybe a hand that already has the pin molded in it that you can switch, or just try to make because I think it would be kind of difficult for Mattel to make a hand that can hold that pin, but just make it where the pin is already molded to the hand.
Hey, if Hasbro can make a hand that fits a piece of pizza in it, Mattel can make a hand that has a pen in it. So
that's true. I forgot about that.
So yeah. Gallagher, definitely going to pick him up. Oh my God, look at this.
Yep. Dude, as soon as I saw that when you sent me this, immediate, and I love how you can change his top.
Yeah, isn't that something?
So it looks like it's like a whole pegging system. Like you just take his head out and pull his top half,
his arms off. Yeah,
awesome.
That's so cool.
I love the microphone. Like everything.
Is this gonna be a boom box? Is that like a is that like a sound box right here or a lighting box? What the hell is this? A camera?
I want to say it looks like it's like, I don't know if it's like the camera that's in front. You know, when they were filming the promos back then.
It looks like one of those lighting boxes, you know, where the light bulbs are right in here in the middle, and then you got the box around it. But I don't know what the hell kind of camera this is. Holy shit! It looks like one of those old-timey Western cameras where they had to get underneath a booth. you know, to take the photo.
Right.
And they hold up the flash in the air.
Or do you think it's like it almost kind of also could look like a teleprompter?
Oh yeah, it could be a teleprompter. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, Zorpox just put it too in the comments. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So this looks great. So you could almost like pretty much WWF, WCW. Yep.
Exactly.
WCW. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right. Wow. She looks great.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to get it. She looks great.
and I can't wait to have that belt. They don't package that belt enough.
No, they don't.
The white strap Intercontinental title, they don't package that enough, man.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely getting that.
They need to. Yeah, she looks fantastic.
Because I'm getting the Miz. I like to collect whoever who comes out with the ring, whoever. Yeah, I got to collect the managers too. So I got Alana from my Rusev.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I'm so glad she's back in WWE. She's always a good heel. All right, look at this fucking Neville. Jesus. And he comes.
You can definitely tell. Yeah, and he's made for that new ring because he comes with that piece where it's like you can set him up as if he's like flying off of the top rope.
Yeah. Yep. I might actually have to take your advice and get that new ring. It looks a lot better.
Dude, a lot better, man. Yes.
The old ones are almost too big.
Yeah, they are. At first, I was thinking like maybe the size is like not as big as everybody thinks, but I'm like, yeah, they're a little too big.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, this Neville looks fantastic. They nailed it from head to toe. That face sculpt is just ungodly. Look at that.
Yeah. And the last one was good too.
Yeah, the last one's fantastic, but now we've got heel Neville and babyface Neville. It's beautiful. And this belt looks good too. Hopefully they go a little bit darker on the strap. It's a little bit too light for me. It's kind of diva-esque to me.
It does.
Next, we got another Macho. I'm going to pass on this Macho.
I am too.
I don't need it.
I have enough Macho Man right now.
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted WrestleMania 3 Macho. That was top priority for me. So, Scotty friggin' too hottie. How great. How awesome. Look at this. Going to come with sunglasses, his shirt, which is probably going to be plastic, and then, or rubbery plastic, and the hat. I think it looks fantastic. I can't wait for Grandmaster Sexy to come out too.
Yeah, I'm shocked they didn't reveal him.
Yeah, I'm shocked too. You would think, If anyone should be an exclusive 2-pack, it would be Too Cool, I think.
Yes.
Or step it up a notch, do the 3-pack with Rikishi. You could just re-release Rikishi because we all know how hard he is to get. Holy cow.
Yeah. I was actually going to message you that too. I was like, I'm going to need a Rikishi when they come out with both of those.
Tell me about it. $50 Rikishi, no thank you. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting into the good stuff. Here we go.
Yep.
The really good stuff, I should say. Ty Dillinger, I mean, they got it. They just got it right. The face sculpt is a little bit weird, but I'll wait for the final product to see what it looks like,
It looks like it's more because of his facial expression that they sculpted for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the one that I was holding off on getting that basic for this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. The basic wait, did I pick up the basic? Oh no, I got Andrade. Never mind, I didn't pick him up. All right, next we've got Sheamus and Cesaro with their breakaway wrestling attire. This is going to be plastic. This has got plastic written all over it, rubbery plastic. But I'll take another Sheamus, no problem there. They're very stingy with their Sheamus releases, and I'll take another Cesaro. Why the hell not? He's fantastic. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, moving on. We've got here's Braun with his. This is supposed to be a stretcher. I don't know why this is a door.
Yeah, it looks like it's supposed. It looked like they have the door that he I don't know. That's the back of the ambulance door. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with this door. I think they just threw this in here and for the prototype just to get a prototype look out there for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks I'm glad we're getting a new Braun, and it looks like he's got the open mouth and he's going Braun. So that's good. Mickey frickin' James, thank God.
Yep.
Don't know why she's coming with the NXT Women's title.
I don't know. I was.
Why are you doing this?
That too. I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense because at first glance, I just thought it was the old women's title. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Then I saw it said NXT. I was like, no, it's stupid.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have top priority. Another one top priority for me is Elias Sampson.
Yeah.
Really looking forward. Look at this. The breakaway. They're bringing back the what was this? The guitar that came with the rock, the sing-along rock. So that is happening.
Like this looks cool. This is coming with a lot, man.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. A lot of great stuff. So you're getting his shawl or his whatever you want to call that, his entrance attire, the sunglasses. The sculpt on him looks really good. This looks like a new sculpt, especially for the bandanas around his wrist, and it looks like this is a new sculpt for the jeans too because he's got them cuffed right here at the bottom. Yeah, I actually really like Elias Sampson. I think he's got a really good look.
I do too.
I think he's decent in the ring. I think if he had a better gimmick, he could go further. He's got that Macho Man look to me.
I was just about to say he looked like Macho Man.
He does. He really does. But yeah, hell yeah, man. This is going to be a really good release, I think.
And I don't know if you remember, but I don't know. Like, remember when he debuted? He did the elbow drop a few times as a finisher, and I don't know if they wanted to stop that because he already looked so much like Macho Man because of the beard and everything. I don't know why they made him stop that, but I remember him doing the elbow drop as his finisher for a little bit, just in like his first couple matches.
Yeah,
But yeah, I like Elias, man. I like his gimmick. I like it.
Yeah, his gimmick has really grown on me. When I first saw his debut, I was like, oh, boy, I don't know about this. And then when he was like, everyone hated him, and he was just like, well, I know you hate me. I know I'm getting X-Pac heel heat here. I might as well just roll with it, and it's actually turning into people starting to like him, I think. So it's good. I wish they would stop the shit with Corey Graves making fun of him because it's like a heel making fun of a heel doesn't make any sense to me. But
it doesn't at all.
It really doesn't. It bothers me, but it's a pet peeve I have. And I think that's it. That is it. Well, there you go. You got a picture of Mandy right there.
Is she still with NXT?
Yeah, I think she's under developmental. Yeah.
Like I hope they do more with her because the one match that she had a while back, she was actually really good. She was a lot better than
Smack it.
Eva.
Smack it. Oh, sorry. Okay. No. Yeah. I think she was. I was not a big fan of her. I know it's pretty much scripted on Tough Enough, but she just kind of came off as a douche canoe to me. I don't know what it was, but she definitely has a good look. I don't think I think that's why she's still under developmental. I don't think she can wrestle for shit, but.
Do they have any pictures of that new ring on this thing that you're on?
That's what I was looking for on here, but then I got distracted with this and some of that. So I'll go back. There we go. We'll just go back to this. No, I don't want to talk about Nikki Bella or these fashion dolls. Where's the ring? I'll just look it up. Screw it. All right, it's got to be under images, and I'm assuming, yep, that's it right here. Here it is. That's the new ring. This is the size that it's going to be. It does include Goldberg, The ring, the updated Raw ring with the I think this is a faux digital display right here. It's not going to be actually on there like a digital display, but it does come with chairs and a breakaway table too. So it comes with a lot of stuff.
And the ring post, like the ring post and the apron are supposed to light up. I know they have a button on the ring post that lights up the turnbuckles, and I think underneath the ring lights up the ring skirts.
Wow, that's pretty good. Now it does ask for a higher price point. I think it's what, over $100?
It's like $109. Yeah.
I mean, if you don't have a ring, it's the route to go, because you do get Goldberg, you get the accessories, and you get the updated ring if you don't have a ring.
I mean, the price does make sense when you think about it, because the ring would be $60 or so, and then the figure being $20, and then when you add the chairs and the table. So I
also heard the assembly is easier too.
Yeah, and apparently they're supposed to be making. I don't know how many they're going to do, but they keep talking about how you can customize the ring to like change the ropes and the turnbuckle post. So I'm guessing that they're soon going to come out with like a SmackDown pack, maybe some pay-per-view packs, to where you can always change out that stuff. And this is an older image. For anybody who didn't see the newest pictures of the ring, they did add the WWE logo on the turnbuckles, so they're not just going to be like plain and black.
Yeah, that's good. That's great. Yeah,
and
I might have to sell
use the canvas.
I might have to. Yeah, they actually use that's a real canvas there, kind of similar to the other ones. But I think actually this is a real canvas. Like, it's not just padded cloth like the other ones.
Right.
So that's really cool. I might actually sell my other 2 rings off and get this. So.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sell the ring that I got and get that.
Yeah, I think it makes the most sense. And it comes with the Goldberg figure if you want to update a Goldberg.
And that's going to be the only Goldberg done that way. They are supposed to come up with another one, but it's not going to be done the same way. Because apparently another company like did the molding for it, I think, or something like that. But I know when they come out with another one, it might be the younger Goldberg, but his body's going to be sculpted differently. So this is going to be the only Goldberg like made like this that comes with the ring.
Well, that's good to know. It makes you almost want to buy it a little bit more too. I mean, you are. Yeah. I think overall, I mean, if you look at it, just the ring itself, I think on ringside, rings go for around 45 to 50.
And that's now. Like, they've been making them cheaper, but when they first came out, like the first authentic scale ring I got, which was the Raw one a while back, that was $72 at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
And that doesn't have light up features. So this one actually has light up features. So you got to think, you know, it's still a good price. It's just, if you have a ring, I would sell it to get this one just because it is $109.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what was it? The all-in-one combo ring that I just bought was $44. It was on sale for, I think, $39.99 a couple months ago, and I got it when it was $39.99. So it's $44 right now. It's $45 total, and then with shipping and tax, it'd be around $50. So it's $50 with tax and, depending on where you live, tax and shipping. So you figure just the ring with the steel cage, but I'm not going to include the cage because there's other ones that are $44 without the cage. Anyway. Comes with a $20 figure, so that's 40, 50, or that's 50, 60, 70, and then the entrance gear, which is usually around 10 to 15 bucks. So it's close. I mean, you are paying a little extra, but you're getting a lot in one big package, I think. It's kind of not worth it, but kind of worth it, the same token, because it is a new ring with different features, and it does light up. It does,
and it's the perfect size for the figures.
And it's the real scale. They got to call it that now. The real scale ring. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's it for reveals. Do you have anything to add about the reveals or anything?
No, man, I think that is. I think we covered all of it.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, I will say this: the Mattel reveals made me step back on what I wanted to do with the Hot Toys buying.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I can't get everything. I was like, I was really like gung ho for getting like the Flash and Aquaman from Justice League, but I was like, you know what? I'll just continue to collect the Mafex versions, or the SH Figure Arts. I think SH Figure Arts are going to start making those now.
Oh, they're going to start making belts with the figures, or just belt packs? They do fucking belt packs. I'm buying the belt packs.
Wait, who?
If Figure Arts makes belt packs,
no, I'm sorry. I was talking about Figure Arts making like the DC movie figures now.
Oh yeah. Figure Arts. Did you see that Batman? Holy shit, that Batman and that Wonder Woman. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's who we're missing. We're missing AJ, that other stuff that was revealed today.
Oh yes, isn't that AJ from WrestleMania this past WrestleMania? Yes.
Yep. They make an AJ, I'm buying it. I don't care.
Oh yeah, you know what? We also didn't get to see images. We need to look up. I want you to see the Then Now Forever new stuff too.
Let's see. No, not 4 days ago. It's got to be on Facebook. Sorry, guys. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'll say hi while I'm looking this up to everybody. WWE fan, what's up? Zorpox, what's up? Kevin, Petey, what's up? And I think that's it. All right, back to this. Let's see if we can find AJ. It's got to be around here somewhere.
Go to rings. Go to Ringsides because they put, I think.
Yeah, they put everything up. All right. There we go. It's probably where I should have went to begin with. Oh, did you see this Zack Ryder?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically reusing the Sting jacket, but I guess that's kind of the point. Yeah, new Shinsuke too. Here we go. This is what I wanted to show. All right, Sasha too. The belt looks really large on her. I don't know.
I was just about. I said that earlier when I was looking at it. I was like, that belt looks way too big. Way too big. I have never got. I'm not into the Sasha Banks figures, man. I don't know. Like I've seen a couple of them in stores.
Yeah, I don't know what. I hate their elbow bends. They are awful.
Yeah.
Like on Asuka, you can barely bend her arm. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there, but yeah, like look at that's the range of motion you get with the bends on Asuka.
You know what? I know this is a prototype, but I actually like the other Asuka better.
Yeah, this one's face looks like I don't know what's going on with that.
And it's something with the I don't know.
Looks like someone that should belongs on Fat Albert's fucking cartoon or something. I don't know what's going on. Hey. All right, here we go. Shinsuke. He's got the Michael Jackson jacket, which is fantastic. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the same face sculpt. Or no, it's different. That's different because he had a snarl in the Defining Moments one. But it looks good. I already showed you that. There's AJ. If I can get this shit out of the way.
That looks cool. That looks really cool.
Is it just me or does his facial hair look weird?
It does. It looks like it's painted on a little weird.
Yeah, but definitely gonna pick that up. Why can't they give us a version of AJ that comes with a title belt? I don't understand. Why they keep dancing around? Like give us the attire when he won the WWE title. I don't get it. Actually, I think they did already. The black one, the black and silver one, but they didn't give him a belt.
Does that have the belt?
No.
Or no?
It only came with that dumb
Okay.
plastic hoodie.
That's right. That's right.
AI Indy, what's up? Sorry, I didn't say hi to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, Akam and Razor.
Authors of Pain. Yeah.
Where is what? Where's Paul Ellering? What's going on here? I'm just kidding. But I'm sure we'll see Paul Ellering at some time. But they look good. They're just basic, so it's going to be a battle pack. And they do retain the bicep swivel, so you don't have to worry about that, which is good. I'll probably pick those up. There's Sasha. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So that is it for all the.
Go down.
What?
No. Go like scroll down. Close out of this.
What I do?
Scroll.
Where am I going? Oh, hello there. Oh, hello there.
I wonder where they put those, because the American Alpha elites look awesome.
Oh yeah, where did they put those?
Forever.
Maybe it's in this.
Is it? I wonder. Yeah, I think it's in this one. There's like 69 images, so it should be in this one. They definitely took that. They took that Seth Rollins face sculpt is also on the other one, but I like the other one's ring attire, so I'll still get that.
This is a pass for me. No bicep swivels on a suited body. That's horrible.
His body looks way too big.
Why does he look like Vince?
Yeah, his body looks way too big.
What is going on? So, yeah.
They put that face sculpt on all of them.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. No ankle articulation, no bicep swivels. Awful. Yeah, I don't know if it's in here.
Oh, there go one. Wait, back up. They showed us a little picture of him. See him? You can see Jordan in the corner and then Abel. Yeah.
I'll keep going. Oh my God, are you serious? No one took a picture of him? Fucking Barbie dolls! Oh Lord.
Oh, here we go. Oh wait, no, it's back to the beginning.
Back to the beginning. Well, we can kind of get a look at it. Sorry, guys. So there he is. Then they do come with the NXT titles. Oh, I really like that attire too. It's like half the military attire.
And the faces are a lot better. That's why I wish they had a closer image, because I think it was in the video on Ringside Collectibles where they showed them close up, but their faces look way better than the basics that came out. Their faces are way more detailed. But that's an awesome Then Now Forever pack. You get Elizabeth, or set, I should say, wave. Like, that's going to be like the whole wave you can buy. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've looked at a wave that was exclusive to a store where I wanted to get the entire set that they have. Yeah, but like the Elizabeth, the Seth, and American Alpha, like I want to get everybody.
Yeah, exactly. This is the problem when they put out a good wave. It makes you really want to get it, or pre-order it for that matter, because for some reason, I don't know why, but it's becoming very difficult to get regular elite waves. Like, especially at Targets, they're horrible.
Yeah.
Target has become worse than Walmart with stocking figures and
with stocking. Yeah.
It's terrible. I guess they didn't have this. I guess this Braun's not going to come with an open mouth. I guess it's closed. They must have switched it, unless it's a different Braun.
It might be a different Braun. I'm starting to think that now, because it was in that with the other ones that weren't done, and it didn't have any like paint yet.
Yeah, maybe the other one has like an open mouth with the ambulance door.
Speaking of that, one thing that I was thinking about also that Mattel maybe could start doing, because it's something that Hasbro would do. Different head sculpts packaged with the figures would be cool too. So you could get some regular face, like just standard, or some intense faces where they look like they're actually doing a move.
Yeah, that'd be great. Or just what to do is if you want to, because these are easy head swappable figures. You could Ringside Collectibles could always come out with like an exclusive heads pack or belt pack, stuff like that. Like Ringside Collectibles needs to like, since they pretty much have the market cornered with when it comes to WWE figures, they should just say, hey, you know, we'd like an exclusive belt pack and an exclusive head pack with different facial expressions. This way we're not stuck with like a Seth Rollins with a dumb face like this. I don't know what it is. I just, I hate that face sculpt. It's horrible. Where is it? There it is. Ugh.
Yeah.
They can't get Seth's face scan right, no matter what they do. But there's your Green Ranger, in case anyone is missing a Green Ranger in their Power Rangers. Shut up. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to here. Even some of the repaints here are actually pretty decently done. I'd say in the future you're going to want to skip out on the basics. Let Mattel know that this shit is not going to fly.
Right.
If you're a basic collector, this is your future right here. Lack of articulation, and your range of motion is going to be worse. And I've seen people on forums defending the damn elbow swivel. If you look at the human anatomy, your elbow does not swivel like that. It swivels from your shoulder over. Your shoulder swivels.
Right.
So the closest thing to a shoulder swiveling would be your bicep swiveling. So at least the bicep would give the illusion that the shoulder is swiveling. That's the point of the bicep swivel. Elbow swivels only work with Star Wars figures, because Star Wars figures, you can get away with that due to the sculpt. This does not work because you have naked bodies.
Right.
It doesn't work like that.
I really hope collectors stay away from these, though. Like, if there's any time to kind of speak with your wallet,
now's the time.
It's now with these basics,
Yeah, like, just don't buy them.
That's horrible.
Let Mattel know that you're pissed off by not buying them.
Like, I was under the assumption that it was because they weren't like done, but that's horrible that they're taking away that articulation.
It's terrible. It's unnecessary. If you're going to do that, there's no reason in 2017 you should be taking away any points of articulation.
Right.
Unless you're going to kill off the line. If you're going to kill off the line, which would free up extra money, then you need to give us more elites and you need to give us more accessories, including title belts. How many times do I have to say this? Give us WCW title belts. Give us more ECW title belts. Give us title belts in general. I want a TV title. I want the U.S. title from WCW. I want the tag team titles. If you're going to give us flashbacks of said characters from WCW, then give us the title belts that belong with said characters. I can't give them the WWF tag team title belts from the 80s and the 90s because it makes no sense.
Right.
It's just lack of common sense on the people that are running this department.
Yeah.
I mean, they can't even get the damn right title with the figure in the display. Come on, man. It's not that hard. I know your job's probably stressful, but goddamn, you're creating action figures. It's not the fucking most difficult thing in the world. Good Lord. Fuck. But my bullshit rant aside, the majority of these do look good. I am pretty happy overall.
Yes.
What this basic shit is, that's for the app's just garbage. This whole row is garbage to me. So, especially you're gonna re-release this Seth Rollins with just a T-shirt on instead. We just we just got this. Why would we want it again? I don't know. Whatever. So enough of that for now. I'll stop screen sharing here. There we go. Let me get rid of that. Now what we'll do is we will talk about Battleground, if I can get to my page. If you guys have any questions about anything, don't hesitate to ask. I do have the chat open, so does Soul Drum. So we'll do our best to answer your questions. Okay. All right. So where did that go? Where did you go? There we go. Nope. Step it. Nope. Back.
Oh yeah, A&A just said he needs the WCW tag team titles for Harlem Heat. That would be cool.
Oh yeah,
that would be really cool.
For Harlem Heat, we need them for Hall and Nash.
Yeah,
I'm still waiting on not a beautiful Bobby, but a Bobby Eaton figure to go with my Blue Bloods because I want to finish that tag team off. I would like the TV title to go with Steven Regal. If you're not going to give us Bobby Eaton, give us at least the TV title to go with Steven Regal. I mean, right. I don't think out of the realm of logic and reasoning, we're not asking for much. We're just asking for some title belts.
Yeah.
How much does it cost you to tool for a title belt? I mean, if you're going to make sales, which you would, how many... A show of hands, especially in the comments. How many of you would buy a belts pack? Just, I'm raising my hand.
Yeah, yeah.
There's two. I'm sure everyone else will say, yes, I want one. Because we just don't get title belts like we should. I mean, if you're going to give us a solo release, like Ken Shamrock, we're probably never going to get another Ken Shamrock again. We'll probably never get another D-Lo. So if you're going to give us Ken Shamrock, you're going to give us D-Lo, which we'll probably never get another version of them. Then give us the Intercontinental title belt with D-Lo and the European title belt.
Yes.
If you're going to give us Ken Shamrock, give him the IC title belt. It's just, I mean, if you want to charge $2 more per figure to include a title belt, fine, do it. I'll pay $2 extra because I'm that invested in the line. Fine, do it. But there's no reason why you can't tool new belts. If you're tooling new belts for the Cruiserweight Championship and you're tooling new belts for NXT, there's no reason why we can't get belts from the past. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
I
also think that they have to stop. I feel like a lot of the time they'll package belts wrongfully because they're like, oh, if somebody doesn't have this, let's just randomly put it with this guy. But then when they come out with a figure where somebody should have the title, then they don't do it. So that's another reason why the pack they need to make a pack so they don't have to maybe worry about that. Now, I still think belts should come with figures, but like I mentioned in the past podcast we did, the defining moments, if it warrants it, you know? But for the regular releases, I would rather have a belt pack, and if you have a regular elite, give me the ring attire and try to make them soft goods as much as you can. Try to make them cloth as much as you can.
Exactly. Because the only other bet, which is what we've been doing, and I'm sure a lot of other collectors out there have been doing, is either A, like Zorpox just said, I'll resort to making my own belts, or going online, going to eBay, and purchasing custom title belts that are cheap. Like, what was it? I picked up like 10 of them for $10, and they were just Velcroed on. And if you look at them, they're actually kind of better because A, they're cheap. If they break, you're not heartbroken over it. And B, they're actual real prints of the actual real title belt.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole bunch of like plastic parts getting in the way and creasing the figure, or they just look awkward or too big on the figure.
Yeah.
Recently, I did a Ultimate AJ, is what I call it. I gave him every single title belt that he's ever held, and I did all the printed ones. It was that simple. I mean, if somebody can do something like that, what's to stop a major brand like Hasbro from doing it? It's that simple. Just do stuff like that. Simple stuff, cost-effective stuff like that. But okay, anyway, moving on. I don't want to rant too much here because it is Friday, and I'm sure people have stuff to do. But okay, so Battleground. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 matches total, and then we have a fashion police, fashion files segment. Oh boy, why they can't just put them in a match with somebody is beyond me. But anyway, the show opener, the pre-show match, which just put it in the fucking put it in the goddamn card, please. What is the difference? Aiden English versus Ty Dillinger. Ty Dillinger's going to win.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a shame if Ty didn't win, because what has he done for me lately? And when I say that metaphorically. You know, what has he done lately? Which isn't, they haven't really used him much besides
not
the Battle Royal. Think about that. The U.S. title Battle Royal, that's about it. So, unfortunately.
And because before that, he was not even really on TV for a while.
Yeah. It wasn't. They haven't been using him at all. You would think that a guy that just debuted, that's over as hell, would be featured in some way. That's why it always breaks my heart when NXT guys go to the main roster. I wish I could be excited for them and be like, okay, you made it, but the majority of the time, I mean, look at even Shinsuke Nakamura, man. I mean, like, yeah, he's still, the crowd and everybody still loves him, but it's not the same. He doesn't have that same flavor from when he was in NXT, man. It's so different when they make it to the main roster. They just don't know how to use these guys.
Yeah.
They have this is the biggest problem, is that when SmackDown had almost no talent really when they first started the brand.
Yeah.
And they didn't have half of what they had, they were doing better. It's like the less talent they had, they were doing better and more with. Now that they have more talent, they have no idea what they're doing, and they have no idea how to book these guys.
Yeah.
And they're already gonna bust their nut. They're gonna blow their load too quick on the Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles feud, because that shouldn't start until WrestleMania time.
Yeah.
That shouldn't start until Nakamura wins a Rumble and goes on to face AJ Styles for the WWE title.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen. To me, the way I would book it really quick, because I got to get this off my mind because I have horrible ADD and I'll forget it. The way I would book it is, you got AJ Styles in the U.S. title picture, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have him lose that title to John Cena. Okay?
Okay.
Because what they're gonna eventually fight each other anyway. It doesn't matter. Or have AJ lose it to someone that really needs it, like Ty Dillinger. That's the segue I'm trying to get back. So we're going full circle here. We're still talking about Ty. Give it to Ty. Have Ty get a big win and have him pushed to the mid card where he belongs instead of the opening fucking show, kickoff show. Like, what the hell sense does that make? So you push Ty Dillinger and getting AJ Styles over, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And AJ can move on to the WWE title, where he fucking belongs. He does not belong with a mid-card title. He does not need the mid-card title. The mid-card title needs him. Okay?
Right.
I digress from U.S. title, okay? You have AJ back in the main event. Now you have Baron Corbin win the WWE title from John Cena, which John Cena beat who? Who's John Cena going to be for the title? Obviously, Jinder Mahal. So you have Jinder Mahal lose the title at SummerSlam to John Cena. Cena gets his 17th reign, and who gives a shit? Bam! Baron Corbin cashes in, wins the title. Bye-bye, John Cena. WWE busted their nut. They got what they wanted. I just gave them what they wanted. They got John Cena to break Ric Flair's record. Okay. Baron Corbin, their next big guy, they got him over. AJ Styles is back in the main title hunt. And I would say give Baron a little bit of a run. I would say up until about Survivor Series. Have AJ win the title from Baron Corbin at Survivor Series. Have him bring it all the way to WrestleMania. Shinsuke wins the Royal Rumble. Faces AJ Styles. That is your end of the show. End of the night match right there. That is your main event.
Yeah.
And everyone will want to watch that shit.
Yeah.
Everyone. I mean, you're telling me that build up between those two, and you just hint. You don't even have them talk to each other, but you hint at it.
Yeah.
But now they're rushing
they don't
it.
do that. They rush. WWE now has a problem, main roster wise. They have a problem with rushing stuff and not mixing things up. I mean, how many times have we gotten the same match each week? Variations of the same match each week. It's like, I don't know, man.
They just.
But I digress. I don't want to.
It's like they do things for the sake of doing them, not for what makes sense at all, logically. Right. From a logical standpoint, what I just said took me, 2 minutes to think of?
Yeah.
Okay? I thought that up in 2 minutes when I was in the shower today. Okay? It did not take me long to do. Okay? So, if that takes me 2 minutes in the shower to think about, what else... what is wrong with this picture? If they're rushing things, this is what's going to happen. This is what WWE is going to do. I just told you what I think they should do.
Yeah.
What they're going to do is they're going to do AJ Styles versus John Cena, probably pre SummerSlam, and then come SummerSlam, Nakamura is probably going to beat AJ Styles for the US title. Yeah. That's probably what's going to happen. They're going to rush it. They're going to make it mean nothing, and then by the time they have a WrestleMania match, you'll be like, man, I already saw this.
Yeah, yep.
I already saw it. You wasted it. You ruined it. How much more did it mean when Shawn Michaels faced Bret Hart at WrestleMania?
I know.
A lot. How much more did it mean when Shawn Michaels faced Stone Cold or Stone Cold faced The Rock for the first time? It meant a lot.
Right.
Okay? Because those two, while they did have a rivalry in the past that we know about.
Yeah, because in the past, I said it before, they used to build up matches like boxing matches. Mm-hmm. You know, when boxers get ready to fight, they're talking mess to each other. They're not laying a hand on each other until they get ready until it's fight night. And just like the same thing with UFC. You're not going to see the same UFC fighters fight each other every single time. There's a buildup. It's like, oh, get ready for so-and-so versus so-and-so, but it's not going to, it's not going to be every single time.
And it works for that. It works for MMA. It works for boxing. Because you have this year-long buildup. Because fights are announced almost a year or a year and a half ahead time. So if you have this whole year build and you're waiting and you're clamoring for this one thing to happen, and then it happens and you're like, okay, after that, however many times you want to do it after the big event, do it.
Yeah.
You want to do rematches and shit? Go ahead and do it. I don't care.
Yeah,
that's right. When Shawn Michaels faced John Cena, I wanted to see that because I wanted Shawn to win. But I also was looking forward to the match because I was like, well, Shawn's going to fucking bury this dude in the ring. Yeah. But I was pleasantly surprised. Cena, back in 2007, was almost there with Shawn. Yeah. Which I thought it was going to be like, oh, God, this is going to be bad. It's just going to be Shawn making him look like he made Hogan look at SummerSlam the 2 years prior. So, but, that's a marquee match. You can't have your marquee matches before WrestleMania. That's what sells WrestleMania. AJ Styles versus Nakamura is a WrestleMania match. Does not belong on Raw. It does not belong on SmackDown. It does not belong on any other pay-per-view besides WrestleMania. Period. Dot. End of sentence. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Doesn't belong anywhere. Doesn't belong as fuck SummerSlam, fuck Survivor Series, fuck the Rumble. Belongs at WrestleMania.
Right.
Because it belonged at Wrestle Kingdom, and that's what happened.
Yeah. And
we all know the history because everyone now follows New Japan, unlike they did 20 years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? We didn't follow New Japan 15 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, not a lot of people did. I did, but not a lot of people did. So, it's not something that you just push it out there because you think that's what people want to see, or you're trying to compete with fucking you're trying to compete with Kenny Omega and Wrestle Kingdom 11. That doesn't work like that. You can't just do that. You got to think about your own product instead of worrying about other people and what they're doing.
Right.
That's how WCW died.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's my little rant on that. Sorry, I tend to go on a lot of rants.
No, I was there with you. I was about to.
God, I talk too much. Okay.
Ty, we both picked Ty for that one.
Ty Dillinger. So Sami Zayn versus Mike Kanellis. What do you think?
I have a feeling they're gonna make Mike win. I just have this feeling. I don't want it to happen, but I have a feeling that they're gonna do it. Also want to add that this match got put on very quick because they just fought. Was it this past Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
They had a match on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
This match got added to the pay-per-view really quick. This is why they got to stop having pay-per-views so often, because we already saw the match Tuesday, and now we're gonna get the same match. So it's like, am I excited to watch it? Like,
no, because we just saw it. They gave it away for free.
Yeah.
They gave it away for free already. Why do I need to see it again?
All right.
Mike Kanellis is going to win.
They gotta start building it up. Yeah, I think Mike is going to win.
Maria's going to do something to get involved again. And you think this guy's going to lose his debut pay-per-view match? Come on. Like,
right.
Who honestly thinks that? So Sami Zayn is going to lose to Mike Kanellis twice in 1 week.
Twice.
Think about that.
In 1 week.
And then sit here, and then the haters come and they're like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're an idiot. All this bullshit. But yet, he's going to lose to him twice in 1 week. But yet, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, sure. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Baron Corbin. I know I'm going to get hate for this, but what is the point of this match? Tell me,
I'm with you,
what
man.
are they? No, I'm being serious. Like, what are they fighting for? What exactly are you fighting for? Because he attacked you twice from behind?
Right.
Why? What's on the line here? Is the briefcase on the line? Put the briefcase on the line then. If you're gonna do something.
That would actually be cool. I didn't even think about that.
Put the briefcase on the line. Who gives a shit about this match? Everyone knows Nakamura's going to beat him.
Dude, something that you just said in a matter of like 2 seconds was something that is actually a really good idea. I can't believe they didn't even, like, seriously, because that would at least bring some weight to it. Like, oh man, if Corbin could lose his opportunity to cash in if he puts the briefcase on the line.
Yeah.
That would actually, damn.
And Nakamura could even make
and they never think of stuff like this.
No, they don't. They don't. Nakamura could even make the argument that, you attacked me from behind. I want another shot at that briefcase. You screwed me.
Yeah.
Call him a coward or whatever you have to do to goad him into putting that briefcase on the line. And then, but then you got to put Corbin over because, Corbin's got to have the briefcase, obviously.
Yeah.
So you'd have to somehow, have either a shoddy finish or a clean finish over Nakamura, which I would not go near.
Right.
I don't recommend Baron Corbin pinning Nakamura. I don't recommend anybody pinning Nakamura anytime soon. Nakamura needs to be handled with kid gloves.
Yeah.
But at least give them something to fight over so I care.
Yeah.
Pull me into the match. This is just a random match that sounds like a Tuesday night SmackDown match. Yep. That's what this seems like. So,
exactly what it is.
Nakamura's going to win because Baron Corbin can afford to lose because at the end of the day, he still has the briefcase. It does not matter. So, there's that. John Cena versus Rusev in a flag match.
Gosh. You know what? Maybe Rusev will win?
I don't think that's.
I'm gonna go with Rusev. I think Rusev is winning this one. I know because it's Cena, and that's why I was getting ready to say Cena's gonna win.
Cena in a flag match.
In a flag match, but
Captain America is going to win.
It would be a better story if Rusev won. I think it'd be better. But I think Cena most likely will win, which sucks.
I mean, he's going. You think he's gonna put fucking Rusev over in a flag match? That's not gonna happen. That'd be like Superman letting fucking Batman win. You're like, get the fuck out of here, Batman. Be like, get the fuck out of here, Batman. The fuck out.
Oh,
anyway, no, but I mean, Cena's gonna win this. That's my prediction, at least. If I were booking it, I would book it. You know, Rusev gets that flag and then smashes it over John Cena, or grabs the American flag and smashes over Cena's head. But
yes,
you know,
that's exactly what I would.
We can't do that anymore because you get little kids in the crowd.
Oh, speaking of smashing people over the head, Finn Balor getting smashed with that guitar, it was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
That was fantastic.
It was.
Loved it. I hope Finn's okay. Don't get me wrong. I'm not rooting for Finn Balor to get hurt. But that was like fucking Attitude Era getting smashed. That was like Jeff Jarrett. Remember the slap nuts?
Yes, yep.
Oh man, great.
Yep.
I think it was a mistake too. I don't think he was supposed to hit him in the head.
Yeah, because you can't do that no more.
You can't do
anything because the kids. Mom.
Okay.
And you know what? Somebody made a good point today. I was listening. I think it was Don Tony, and he talked about how he'll watch TV shows that are on at the same time, or his girlfriend will be watching TV shows that's on at the same time wrestling is on. And it's like regular televised stuff. And you're hearing like cuss words, you're seeing violence and blood. Because that's how TV is now. You know, like TV shows, it's not like it used to be, but yet you got wrestling trying their hardest not to be edgy. And
not
it's
to
like
be wrestling.
Yeah, it's like, dude, like, come on, man. Like, you can only be PG so much. You gotta allow some stuff, man.
Yeah.
You got
wrestling
TV shows
isn't wrestling anymore.
Like when you got TV shows coming on at 7 o'clock that got people getting their heads blown off. I think you can get away with some stuff there, Vince.
Jesus.
Like bring back the blood in matches where blood needs to happen.
Oh, they'll never do that. They'll never do that.
I mean, we talked about it before. Hogan used to bleed in regular matches.
Ric Flair. I'm pretty sure Ric Flair could have donated the gallons upon gallons of blood that came pouring out of his forehead in every single match. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. I'm sure that guy, like, when he woke up in the morning, he just started bleeding from bleeding so much.
Right.
In this paper thin. Oh, God. Some of those guys' foreheads are just destroyed.
Yeah.
Holy shit. My God. You look at Ric Flair's forehead. I mean, the guy's already made of leather, as it is. But you look at his forehead, and holy shit, you can see, like, he looks like Abdullah the Butcher. It's awful. Fucking hell. So, John Cena's going to beat Rusev in a flag match. And this is Rusev's return. His big return. Right. And he was supposed to have a new look for himself and a new gimmick. Same old Rusev, doing the same old Rusev shit.
Yeah.
Losing to John Cena. What else is new? AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens U.S. title match. A lot of these are a lot of these are like, oh, okay, I know who's going to win that. Oh, I know who's going to win that. I know who's going to. All of these are like, I know who's going to win. I would say that would be the theme of this. So far we got Ty Dillinger, we've got Mike Kanellis, we got Shinsuke, we've got John Cena, we got AJ, and I'm going with AJ too, obviously, because they're setting up the Nakamura Styles U.S. title match. And then we've got so we'll just move on from that. It should be a good match. Yeah. Both guys always they both work well with each other, so it'll be a good match, I'm sure. I don't know if I really am invested though.
Right.
So Next, we have the Fatal 5-Way, which is holy shit. Do they love doing multi-person fucking matches? They got the whole women's division here.
Especially with the women. Like, I don't understand why they don't like. It's possible for you to have different storylines going on with the women. You don't have to force them all together. These matches, nowadays are a little ridiculous to follow because the way that they're playing, the ring psychology, how people will be laid out, so you'll see 2 people fighting, even though you know that there's 3 other girls, but they're like knocked out. But then they'll switch them out with 2 other girls. The other girls will be laid out somewhere, and they'll be fighting one-on-one. It's like, just make it a one-on-one feud between one of those girls. Like, the more that they keep putting the women together, just shows you the lack of
imagination.
Like, if NXT can do multiple storylines with women and they only have hour-long shows, why the hell can't the main roster do it? And they got a 3-hour show plus a 2-hour show.
Yeah, it doesn't.
To me, after watching Glow, I think WWE needs to just do a separate, don't completely segregate the women from the men. Have like big women matches on Raw and SmackDown and pay-per-views. But I think the women should have their own, kind of like how 205 Live. Get rid of that shit because nobody's watching it.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Get rid of fucking 205 Live because no one gives a shit.
Like, get rid of 205 Live and make that the women's hour where you get to see different storylines with the women. I would watch it. I know that I would watch that over the cruiserweights.
Hell yeah. The women need to be on one show. There's no reason to split up the women because the women's roster is depleted as it is. There's the whole division is in this match.
And you know what? And that's actually better what you said. They just need to float. They need to float the women's division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Except for
Carmella, excuse me. Carmella's the only one that's not in the match because she doesn't need to be. But if all the cruiserweights are on one show, put all the women on one show. There's no reason for the women to be. If Raw's got the cruiserweights, put the women on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it needs to be.
Yeah. I think it'd be a lot better.
Come on, we don't need 2 women's title belts because it looks fucking stupid, and it is stupid to have 2 women's belts. Okay, merge the belts back together. Have one big winner at SummerSlam. Merge them back together. Put them on SmackDown. Enough is enough. Cancel 205 Live. And they're already doing a women's tag team. Like, how? Where are they getting the room to do all this shit?
Right.
Where is the room to do all of this? They want to do women's tag team titles. They want to do all this shit that they don't have room for. Stop doing too much.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. They don't. I mean, we talked about it many times, and I'm not gonna be on it long because we need to get through this, but. They don't even need to do, like we said before, they don't need to do the brand split. What they could benefit from, and you know about this because you're an old school wrestling fan like me, just have it to where certain guys and girls aren't on this week. Like NXT, you know how you'll watch NXT, you'll see No Way Jose a couple weeks, but then you won't see him for a couple weeks. They could benefit from that. Just don't have certain guys on so you can get everybody involved in some way. It's just that some weeks you may not see a certain person. That's all you got to do.
Exactly. You go back to the old Raw days. You didn't see everyone on every single week of Raw. You didn't see Shawn Michaels every single week. You didn't see Bret Hart every single week. You didn't see Psycho Sid every single week. You didn't see everyone every single week because they only had a certain amount of time. Yeah. Nakamura does not need to be on every single SmackDown. It is unnecessary.
It is.
He is like they should treat him like they did The Undertaker. Does not need to be there unless it's absolutely fucking important.
Because what it does, and also what it adds is when you do start to build great characters, when they're missing certain weeks, you get a lot of people wanting to tune in. Oh man, I hope he's on tonight, or I hope she's on tonight. Yeah. But when you know that they're going to be there every time, and it's like it's taking up too much space, because I still think that there's a lot of guys in the locker room and girls that could be utilized for matches, and they're not utilizing them. Like, did you see Emma's tweet? It was like her anniversary of being in the wrestling. And she was like, and I'm sitting here in the back. I'm shocked that she tweeted that out, but it was her anniversary from being like on Raw or something, and they didn't have anything for her to do. And the reason why is because whatever females are having a rivalry, they're the only ones that get to do anything. They don't like to mix it up. Like if Bayley is having a feud with Nia Jax, we don't have to see them two all the time. Have Nia Jax fight Summer Rae. Have her fight Emma. And it'd be a random match, but you can get who they're involved with. You can get them involved with that match.
Yeah.
You don't just do it like that, man. Like Zorpak said, mix it up.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Like he said, put the women on 205 Live or like do something.
No, I think you just get rid of 205 Live. Don't bother with it anymore. Rebrand it. Just if you want to give the, you know what? Fuck that. Just put the women and put them on SmackDown. It's the easiest way to do. You've got this time slot for the women. Just don't do fucking multi-women tag matches, which I can't stand.
Yeah.
Take 2 women wrestlers a week. Do a match. Have it mean something.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is what they should do with the women. A, like I said, put them on SmackDown. B, start a ranking system.
Yeah.
So when 2 people fight, it's not just a meaningless match, and they're like, "Wasn't that great?"
Right.
You're fighting for a rank. She's rank 1. I'm rank 10. I need to get up a rank. So if I beat her, I go up 5 ranks.
That's perfect,
not
dude.
That hard to do. People would follow it. People would be like, "Oh my God, she's fighting for rank 2 today."
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
And then if you want to add in a storyline, you can have it to where somebody, whoever it is, will just be an annoyance to like Bayley or something. Like every time Bayley's having a match, she has to watch her back because somebody is going to do something. Maybe not even get in the ring physically. They might show up on the Titantron and distract her. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Exactly.
Like,
you don't see it.
Like,
you don't see it because they pigeonhole 2 people to work for 1 month, and then they shove it down your throat the whole month, and you're like, "Oh, so sick of." By the time the pay-per-view comes, you're like, You gave it away for free for 3 times already. Why do I give a shit?
Exactly.
I don't care. Have a ranking system. Have it mean something. Have 2 women wrestlers a week.
Yeah.
Battle it out. Enough with the fucking women tag matches unless you're going to have women tag titles.
Yep.
That's it. Women tag matches, women tag titles. That's all I want to see women tag is. Tag is. All I want to see women tag matches. That's it. I want to see anything else. Have the ranked women fight each other. That's it. That's all you need. And the story sells itself. The ranks sell the story.
Yep.
You have number 1 fight the champion. You have number 1 fight the champion. You could have number 2 fight number 1 at the end of the month. You know, it's just that simple. It's just not hard to do this. If number 1 loses, you had your shot. Back of the list now. Now number 2 steps up to number 1. If you hold number 1 to the end of the month, you get your title shot.
Yeah.
That's simple. It's just that easy. It's not difficult at all to think about this stuff.
It's not.
And it goes for the men, too. The men could use a ranking system, too.
Yep, the men could use it, too. That would be really good.
You've got your world title rankings. You've got your mid-card rankings, and so on. Then you got your tag rankings, too. Treat it like a sport again, not like a friggin' circus.
Yeah, like Allende said, it's getting to where you don't need to watch the pay-per-views anymore.
You don't.
You don't at all. There's nothing that draws you like the NXT takeovers. I always want to watch those.
Yeah.
Every single time because they keep those guys separate from each other long enough to where it's like, all right, I'm ready to see this match now. Because the only thing that we saw them do was maybe jump each other like in the back or, cut a promo on each other, interfere in their matches against somebody else.
Yep. And I'll go back on what I said. I thought the problem was a 3-hour Raw was too long. Well, you look at SmackDown now, and now SmackDown's getting worse.
Oh, yeah, dude.
SmackDown's getting bad again. And I'm like,
it's
what
getting,
the hell?
I don't know what happened. It's the same show now. It's the same as Raw.
They don't know how to book. They don't know how to book at all. You got Jinder Mahal as champion for this long, and we got to see him fight Randy Orton 4 times? The guy can't wrestle. He's got zits all over him from doing too many steroids, and I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. That guy's doing steroids. Back zits and bulging veins, that's a mark of steroids. I'm telling you, look that shit up. I'm not making it up.
I think he's got the zits on his chest, too.
It's disgusting. Okay, and I know he works hard and all that bullshit. They all work fucking hard. Everyone in the WWE works hard. I don't want to hear that fucking excuse anymore. Y'all work hard. We get it. Okay, but you have to. That's your job. Like my job is to clean up the city of Buffalo. Okay, I don't go around saying, I got to clean up the city of Buffalo all day. Everyone's trash is in the way. No, I don't bitch about it. I do my job. I shut the fuck up and I go home. I don't make excuses, okay? I don't want to hear all this whining and bitching and moaning with all these fucking wrestlers about I work hard. And we know you work hard. We know.
Right.
We respect you for it. You don't need to shove it in our face and remind us all the time and reassure us of what you are and what you do. We get it.
Right.
Holy sheep shit on a shingle. But
who do you pick for the women's match?
I just see here I go again. You got to do that to me. You tell me to shut up, please. Anthony, you're doing it again. Shut up. Okay. The only reason I'm not even mad, like the only reason I get like this is because we're passionate about it. Like a lot of times, like my tone of voice gets skewed as being angry. I'm not really angry. It's just when I get passionate, I get. Okay. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte versus Lana versus Tamina versus Natalya. I got Charlotte.
Thank you. I was about to say, Charlotte.
So
they need to start doing more with her anyway. Like I feel like ever since she's been a babyface, it's been kind of meh.
Yeah.
I think she's. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like she's almost not babyface all the way. It's like she's like this weird tweener. I don't know. Sometimes she's like bitchy, sarcastic, and then other times she's like, "Hi, I'm nice."
Yeah, exactly.
Very confusing. But yeah, I got Charlotte. Usos versus the New Day. I'm going with the Usos.
Yeah, Usos. I think the New Day will win it. The next I guess would that be SummerSlam?
Yeah, SummerSlam.
Yeah, I think the Usos will win or the New Day will win at SummerSlam, but the Usos are keeping it this Sunday.
Yeah, I think so too. Jinder Mahal versus Randy Orton in the Punjabi prison. I can't say that without laughing. I'm sorry. I can't.
God. This match, man. It's hard for me to pick because I really don't care about this match at all.
No, I don't. I'm picking Jinder Mahal because he's going to lose the title the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, the next pay-per-view. Yeah, and I don't want Orton to have it again. I don't like Orton as a babyface.
You can't give it to Orton because what's he going to do? Lose it the next pay-per-view? And no one wants to see John Cena versus Randy Orton for the 19th millionth time. No one wants to see that ever again. Let's just save that for never. Okay?
Right.
Save that match for never again. Because I don't ever need to see it again. Yeah. So I think that's it. That's pretty much it. So
yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And just let me clarify here. I don't hate Jinder Mahal. I hate the fact that he's got the WWE title.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that we got a guy that was in 3MB. Think about this. 3MB. Okay? A few years ago.
Yep.
We got a guy that came back that was supposed to be an enhancement talent. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And should be in the mid-card. If you want to give him a mid-card push, do that. Go for it. U.S. title run, sure. I'm back at 110%.
Yeah.
Okay? He has no business with the WWE title.
They didn't build
I'm
it
sorry.
up.
And this has been something I've been wanting to say because we haven't talked wrestling in a while.
Yeah.
And the last time we talked about wrestling, he wasn't even champion. So
Right.
this is something I've been wanting to say. And I don't want to come off the wrong way, because I'm all for someone getting a new opportunity. Okay.
Yeah.
But the wrong guy got that opportunity. There's plenty of other people that are more talented in the ring, on the mic, that deserve that title over Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal cannot shoot a promo. He cannot speak into a mic. He cannot talk normally. He walks weird. You ever notice he takes these little, these long legs, get the littlest steps you'll ever see.
Yeah.
It's very odd. He can't fucking wrestle. Okay? He can, but he can't. I don't know if that makes sense. No, it doesn't.
No,
it doesn't make sense. Let me explain, though. The guy, when you watch him, you're not like, oh my God, I can't wait to see Jinder Mahal match. No one in the world is saying that. And if you are, you're fucking, you're out of the loop, bro. You're out of the loop. You're completely out of the loop. Okay. The reason why I'm saying this is because I don't want any misconceptions of the point I'm trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
I just want everyone to kind of understand where I'm coming from. When you've got AJ Styles and you've got Shinsuke and you've got all of these guys that are deserving of a title, from how big they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that roster.
I mean, even Rusev should be upgraded by now to fight for the
They
title.
should have brought him right in.
Yeah.
They should have brought him right in and had him have a run with the WWE title.
Because he's done his due diligence. He's like the point about the thing about wrestling before was always a build-up. You got guys that might come in as a tag team. They have the tag team titles for a while. They lose them. That tag team breaks up. That guy then starts to work his way up, win a couple matches. Then he starts to fight for the IC belt. You start to fight. You're the champ. You lose it. Then you go on to the next step. But Jinder just kind of he got that, you know.
It's that, and it's a combination of the fact that they didn't even get his character right when they're going to give him a run. If you're going to give him a run, he's got to be a chicken shit heel.
Yeah.
Because he is not, everyone knows he is not on the same level as Randy Orton. He is not on the same level as AJ Styles. He is not on the same level as half the major talent that's on there. He's not on the same level as Kevin Owens. He's not on the same level as any of those guys that I just named. Nakamura, anyone. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sami Zayn, any of those guys. Okay? He's just not. And we know that. And every time that he beats someone, it's not believable to me. It's just like, oh, they're just shoehorning this guy for a John Cena title run. That's because that's what they're building towards. I have news for you. That's where this is going to lead. And it should lead that way, to be honest with you. If it had my approval, that's where I would lead it to. Because then you put Baron Corbin over John Cena, and he means something.
Yeah.
But the point I'm trying to make with this, and I'll segue towards the end here. The point I'm trying to make with all of this is that they got the wrong guy. The ratings are down. The storylines are terrible. This guy cannot draw a fucking dime, okay? And he's been beating Randy Orton 3 times now. Why are we watching this again?
Right.
To push a gimmick match? Is that the point of all of this? Because I don't see a point to pushing a gimmick match just so you can just to have it so people give a shit. Let me ask this. Who gave a shit about the first Punjabi prison match? Not me.
Yeah.
I didn't give a shit about it because it's stupid and ridiculous. If you're going to do a cage match, just do it Hell in a Cell, and that's it.
Yeah.
But you can't do Hell in a Cell because you pigeonholed Hell in a Cell as a pay-per-view. You can't do that now. So now you got to do another gimmick match just to get the pay-per-view over so people watch it? What kind of ass backwards thinking is this? How about you don't give the wrong guy the belt, which has been done numerous times. I'm not saying this is the first time they've ever given the wrong guy the belt because they've done it numerous times. But make sure that you've got, if you're going to have Jinder Mahal, which lost at WrestleMania to Mojo Rawley. Think about that, by the way. He couldn't win against Mojo Rawley. But yet I'm supposed to believe that he can beat Randy Orton for the title?
Right.
What?
Right.
And no, he's not running the chicken shit heel. He is running the dominant heel with help. The JBL.
Yeah.
The JBL one. That's what he's running right now. It's basically a copy and paste of JBL in his cabinet.
Yeah.
Remember that shit?
Yeah.
He would act like a chicken shit sometimes, but then he would be dominant towards the end. So, I mean,
you know what? Like the point that you made about, giving the belt to the wrong guy, it made me think about how, like, AJ is the U.S. champ right now. And it's almost like WWE is kind of playing this game where they're trying to make their fans believe that every belt is equal. If it were me, no, not even if it were me. If it was somebody like Stone Cold, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, after they've won their WWE championship, winning the other stuff they didn't want to go back to winning that stuff. Stone Cold gave up his Intercontinental title to Rock and said, I'm on to bigger and better things after he beat him, for to get that belt. And I remember when Shawn Michaels was the European champion, even after he had become WWE champion. But then what did he do? He gave it to Triple H. He gave it to Triple H in that fake match that they had on that Christmas episode when Triple H was just running over him. And that showed, like, yes, Shawn Michaels is that kind of champ. He's not a European champ. So he said, hey, I'm about to give it to my buddy here. So why the hell are we supposed to believe AJ is so cool with being the U.S. champ after he was the WWE? He was the champ that run the camp, and now he's got the U.S. title? That doesn't make sense.
And that's the thing. WWE had it right last year.
Yeah, they
had it right by him becoming champion because he doesn't need any other belt. He doesn't need the fucking tag belts. He doesn't need the U.S. title. He does not need the Intercontinental title. It's unnecessary. For certain talent, like a person like AJ Styles, he does not need that because we know who he is. He's established. He draws. He sells merch like a crazy person.
And now, like what you said, Ty Dillinger should be fighting for the U.S. title or even have the U.S. title. I wouldn't be upset with that.
Absolutely.
Because
why not?
Yeah, because he's fresh on the roster, and that would be his beginning to maybe down the line, far down the line, him becoming or fighting for the WWE Championship. But for now, have him build towards fighting for that belt.
Yeah, I mean, right now they got to fight him Aiden English.
Yeah,
which is on the same level as Kurt Hawkins right now.
Right.
Like it's like watching a Kurt Hawkins match. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Kurt Hawkins. I think he's a better talent than they give him credit for. Not a jobber.
Yeah. Right.
But for Christ's sake, why are we wasting time with Ty Dillinger and Aiden English? Have you done anything with Aiden English? No. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
It's like if this were a ranked system, Ty Dillinger would be, let's say let's just give him a number. He's number 8.
Yeah.
Aiden English would be like a number 20. What would be the point of this match? Why would Ty Dillinger fight Aiden English?
Right.
If they're not even near close to each other in the ranking system, what would be the point of the match? Unless you're going to elevate Aiden English all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. There's no point to the match.
Yeah.
Put Ty Dillinger in something that's meaningful. Make these guys mean something. Not everyone has to be a jobber. I'm sick of this jobber shit.
Yeah, and I think Zorpak said it earlier. I think he was talking about Sami Zayn. He said they're making Sami Zayn almost like a jobber now.
Yeah, basically, he's going to lose the friggin' Mike Kanellis twice in 1 week. Like, that's jobber status right there.
Right, and speaking of Sami, he's one that we've both said many times, why wasn't he either an Intercontinental champion? Why is he not a U.S. champ? Why is he not fighting for the U.S. champ? Why is he not winning more matches? Sami Zayn is awesome. He's over with the crowd. He's a great wrestler. Why can't he be fighting for these titles? I want to see a belt on him. He should have
had a belt a year ago.
Yeah, he should have had a title on him already.
He should have had the Intercontinental title last year at Survivor Series against The Miz.
Yeah. Like, seriously.
He should have won it then, and then you could have had Sami Zayn on SmackDown a year ago where he belonged.
Yeah.
And then he could have been feuding with The Miz, and we could have had something to actually look forward to. But, what the fuck do I know? Yeah.
I don't know how much you can believe this, but I found out a little bit ago, because you're right, we haven't talked wrestling in a while, but I want to say a couple weeks ago, somebody on a podcast mentioned how Triple H gets frustrated with Vince because of the talent he brings up from NXT and what he does with them.
Yeah, Vince makes them worthless.
Yeah, I can only imagine what goes through Triple H's head when he looks at the guys that he built up so strong and to see where they are right now.
I'm afraid for Bobby Roode.
Yes.
I don't want Bobby Roode to leave.
I'm
afraid for guys that are eventually going to come, like Kenny Omega. I don't want Kenny Omega to go to the WWE. I'll be 100% honest with you. I think Kenny Omega needs to stay in New Japan. He does not need to come to WWE. They'll misuse him. He'll be jobbing to Roman Reigns in no time, and everyone will be pissed off and complaining about it.
And I don't even want guys like, I don't know how many people are fans of him like I am, but I don't want No Way Jose going there, because what they'll do,
they'll job him right out.
They'll job him, but they'll also dial his personality too far. Yeah, like he'll be
the next Tino Morella. Watch.
Yeah, they'll dial it up too much. It's kind of like what they did with Bayley. Like, Bayley is the innocent, kind of girl next door you want to cheer for, and it worked in NXT. When she got to the main roster, it was like Vince was like, you know what? When you cut your promos, let's make you sound more like a 12-year-old girl. Do it even more. Like, and it's like they do that with certain characters. So I can picture No Way Jose, the way he dances. They're gonna say, hey, you know what? Next time you dance, do this, and it's going to be something that's just going to be too much, and he's going to make them do it every single time. I mean, Tyler Breeze cross dresses one time, and now he's doing it like every time, dressing like a female. Like
they take things that are funny once, and they milk the shit out of it until it's bone dry and no one cares anymore.
Exactly.
It's. They do too much of a good thing, like they did too much of the New Day, and that got old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The New Day started to get old.
All right.
After a while, like it was like, oh, okay, they're really cool. They're over with the crowd. They're thinking of new stuff all the time, and those guys are all great and they're talented, and I like them. But that shit started to get old. Everything gets old. But you got to be able to evolve as a wrestler and as a character. And if you have no evolution, you are stale, you are boring, and I don't give a shit.
And they did the same thing with Enzo and Cass. When Enzo and Cass used to do their thing when they came out in NXT, it was just that intro. That was it. When they made it to the main roster, what did they have Enzo do? Before every single match, cut a 10-minute promo on who you're about to fight. That works sometimes, but when you do it every single week, people start to get sick of it. They start to get annoyed. That's why when he got that boot to the face by Sheamus a couple months ago, everybody was cheering because they were like, okay, we kind of like you, Enzo, but you are kind of annoying. But in NXT, he never came across as annoying. He just did his thing. It's just kind of like the New Age Outlaws. I never got sick of when they did their intro because they never added more to it. It was simple. When they were the champs, Road Dogg would change his wording to them being the champs. When they weren't the champs, he changed his wording then. That was it. He didn't, Billy Gunn didn't do much but just say, if you're not down with that, we got 2 words for you, suck it. He didn't get on the mic and start rambling, saying all kinds of stuff. But now in wrestling, that's what Vince, whatever he likes, he's going to dial that up. He's like, dude, not just dial it up to 10, dial it up to 1,000.
Yeah, and that's because he's over 70 years old and completely out of touch with the product. And he thinks, and this is a quote from him. He thinks we have short attention spans. He thinks we don't remember things that happened in the past. He's come out and said it. Go ahead and Google it. Look it up. I'm not bullshitting you guys. Like, he says these things. This comes out of the mouth of a 70-whatever-year-old man that is completely out of touch with what's going on, has no idea how to book anymore, needs to step aside, should have stepped aside back in 2010 when he was supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay. He should have stepped aside 7 years ago, and the product maybe won't be in such a disaster state as it is right now.
Right.
They wouldn't be shoveling characters and wrestlers down our throat that we don't give a shit about. Right. You know what I mean? We'd actually be getting new storylines, something different. And when they give us something different, it's not good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Give us something different that means something. Make the WWE into a sport again, not a fucking sideshow.
Yeah.
I get that there's that big, the WWE's this big grand show. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a joke.
Exactly.
Make it not a joke.
Yeah. You
can have all that glitz and glamour and all that other bullshit that you want to do, but make it into a meaningful show.
Mm-hmm.
Make it into pro wrestling again.
It's too silly, man. It comes across too silly now.
And I'm just saying this: New Japan is moving into the U.S. New Japan, slowly but surely, is going to move into the U.S. It's going to establish itself. It's going to get bigger. And you watch. People are going to jump ship. There's already people jumping ship already.
Yeah, they said
more and more. You look at the WWE's age rate, and it's older people.
Yeah,
older people are watching it over the younger casuals.
Yeah.
It's becoming a dead company, slowly but surely. Do they gross a lot of money? Sure. But if you look at their annual rates, and I've looked at them, they grow as far as ratings go.
Yeah.
They're about 2 to 3 points from what they were in the Attitude Era. Yeah. Lower than the Attitude Era. If you look at their gross, how much they make, and I'm talking as a whole, they're making more now, but they could be making double that if they were doing things correctly. Mm-hmm. Because you have to take into account of inflation. You have to take into account that the roster was half of that back in the Attitude Era. Yeah. And you have to take into it because of WCW. Think about that. WCW took half of the roster away, and they weren't getting the amount of revenue that they should have if they had all the WCW roster people from their roster on their roster.
Yeah.
So take that into accountability as far as, and you can look up the numbers. The numbers are out there. I think someone posted it on Facebook too. But X-Pac said something about it. That's where I'm getting this from. The X-Pac story where he was like, well, if you look at the numbers from Attitude Era and you look at them now, WWE's making more money now than they ever were. And it's like, no, that's just not true. You're not looking at it. Sure, they're making more money on paper, but they should be making double what that is, because it doesn't equivalent to what it was back then.
Right.
So I don't know. It's just not. It's never going to be what it once was, and fans just should never think that it's going to be until. And I hate to say this, and I've been saying this in how many podcasts, until Vince McMahon's gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
But even then, still, I mean, who knows what Stephanie and Triple H will do? We see signs of good things in NXT, but who knows?
Right.
But sorry for the long rants tonight. I'm about to lose my voice. I'm talking so much. I need some water. I can't help it. I mean, you get things on your mind and you don't want to let them go once you do a podcast like this.
Right.
I don't mean to take over the podcast or anything.
No,
podcast too.
No, I've been bringing up the stuff too, because we haven't talked wrestling in a long time, and I had to, the stuff I mentioned, I had to get off my chest, man, because it just, when SmackDown started getting worse, that's when I was like, man, this is bad, man. Like, honestly, most nights, the way that I keep up with wrestling is through the video clips that they put up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I still watch NXT. I still push it back, but I will still watch maybe Sunday or usually Sunday is when I catch up with it. But other than that, I'll catch up just by seeing clips. And sometimes there's people that upload matches or certain full segments and I'll just like search for those. But as far as like sitting down and actually watching the shows like all the way through, it's like it's become so formulaic. They're stuck in their ways. They're afraid to do anything that's shocking, that provokes like awe, that's jaw dropping. It's just the more that they keep doing that, the worse that it's getting. It's like, why do I want to tune in this week when it's the same show that I saw last week? Mm-hmm. My girlfriend is not even a wrestling fan like me at all. She watches it with me, and she can even pick up already. They do the same thing. She's at the point now where she can call it. Like, we watch movies sometimes, and my girl is really good at when watching a movie, she can predict what's going to happen. Yeah. She's doing that now with wrestling. Like, somebody, she can predict what match they're going to make. And it's like, yeah, because she's been watching it with me enough to know it's the same thing. Back in the Attitude Era, you didn't know what the hell was going to happen.
No, you had Mae Young give birth to a hand one week. You had Choppy the Poopy the next week. You didn't know what the hell was going on. Not all of that was good, but at least it kept you on your toes.
It kept you on your toes.
You had no idea what was going to happen. You had no idea Mankind was going to be, well, if you tuned into WCW, you did, because they gave the match away. But you didn't know. If you would have watched just Raw that night, you would have had no clue that Mankind was going to win that night.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll be honest with you. I'm not one of the guys that used to watch WCW all the time. I prided myself at being a WWF fan. Yeah. I was like, WCW, they got all the old guys. I want to see the new talent. I've always been about that, wanting to see the new talent, wanting to see them get over and see even more new talent brought in. And that's what WWF was so good about doing. They brought in their new talent. They pushed them. They went somewhere with them. Yep. Like, you know.
Like, the only time I used to watch WCW was when Scott Hall and Kevin Nash went over there. Once the NWO started, that's when I got into WCW. But before that, nah. It was always WWF.
Let me ask you this. How many guys are a product of the WWF or WWE today? How many of them? Can you name more than 3?
Right, yeah.
Can Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman. Who else? I'll wait. Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
Who else? I'll wait. Because everyone else was an established star
somewhere else.
I'm not counting John Cena. That was friggin' before the PG era.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can you name it? Because I can name more than a dozen from the Attitude Era or any other era. Because they used to push guys, and they just don't do that now. They take established stars from New Japan or Ring of Honor or wherever the fuck, and they put them through the meat grinder, and they push them for a little bit, and then they job them out to whatever big star they're trying to push at the time.
And the way that they push them is so weird, and it comes out of nowhere. Like, remember Gallows and Anderson? Great group. They should have been pushed from the get-go. Remember, when they first arrived, they almost made them jobbers. They were losing all the time. Then, all of a sudden, they get the tag team titles, and it's not believable. Like, where's the buildup? If you're going to have them lose, I get it. Have them lose. But before they win, or, the titles, have them start winning. Have them win a lot.
They should have, if you were going to have them built up, like you just said, which I agree with 110%, have them beat the New Day. If they were going to end up with the belts at the end of the year anyway, what was the point of Sheamus and Cesaro beating them?
Right. It didn't make any sense.
Made no sense just so you could put the titles on the club, and then the club loses them at WrestleMania? What the hell was the point of that?
Right.
They just shoehorn shit in there because they're trying to get everyone involved because they're so worried that the talent's going to leave and go somewhere to the indies. Because now, as a wrestler, the business has changed. Back in the day when you left the WWF, you were screwed. You were like, oh, shit.
Right,
I'm in the indies making no money. Now these guys go to the indies. They're handling their own merch. It sells. They can build their own name the way they want to. They can make a lot of money on the indies. Between Ring of Honor, between if you decide to go to Global Force, who the fuck wants to go to that crap hole? and AKA TNA. How many times are they going to rebrand that pile of? There's only so many times you can rebrand a garbage can before you realize it's still a goddamn garbage can, right?
Right.
Or you go to New Japan. You've got more options is the point I'm trying to make as a wrestler.
Yeah.
So WWE needs to get on their toes and realize what the hell is going on around them. Wake the hell up, because I want the product to be good.
Yeah.
I've been watching this company since birth, pretty much.
Right.
It's as long as I can remember. You know? I mean, I want it to be good. It doesn't have to be the Attitude Era. It doesn't have to be the Federation days. It doesn't have to be the New Generation Era. It doesn't have to be the Golden Age. It doesn't have to be anything. No. It's got to be something new. It's got to be. Yeah. It's got to grab us as viewers. Excuse me.
Yeah. And I've always said it doesn't. You know, when people hear people like us talk about the Attitude Era, they think that we want that back. No, let the Attitude Era be the Attitude Era because it was special. Mm-hmm. You don't want to imitate it, but at the same time, you don't want something that's crappy. You want something that's like new.
We want the feeling. We want the feeling that we had with the Attitude Era, but not the Attitude Era. That makes sense.
Because this is what that makes perfect sense. Because this is what the problem is, and I hear a lot of people make these excuses. Well, the ratings are down because there's different ways to watch wrestling. Well, okay, you can watch it on Hulu for Raw, not 3 hours. You can watch it on Hulu. You get an hour and 15 minutes of SmackDown, not 2 hours. Mm-hmm. You can watch it on YouTube, but you get clips. People can watch wrestling other ways. It's not must-see TV anymore. You look at shows like you look at shows like Walking Dead. Walking Dead almost each week records on how many people are watching Sunday night. That used to be what wrestling could do.
Yeah.
So the fact that people aren't saying, because like ODC, you're like me, man. I remember back in the day when it was Monday, I was in front of my TV 15, 20 minutes before 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
Watching fucking Murder, baby.
Just to get ready. I didn't even care what was on at that time. I just wanted to make sure I saw the intro where it would do the whole showing like the World Wrestling Federation, all of that. I was in front of my TV.
Goosebumps.
Glued. How many people are doing that now? See, that's our age group. How many people are really doing that right now?
Nobody.
Like the first 30 minutes, I forgot Raw was on. You know what I mean? It's like,
well, and nowadays it's like, I'll skip it this week. I'll watch it next week. It's like,
this week.
It's like, I'm right there with you, man. I was watching the last 10 to 15 minutes of fucking Murder, She Wrote every single time.
Every time.
That was on
every time.
Or Monday Night Raw every single night. And I started watching Murder, She Wrote because I knew it was like, this show's not that bad.
Because the magic to wrestling was the first 5 minutes because you could miss something good.
Big. Something big.
You didn't want to miss the first. Yeah, you didn't want to miss anything. It grabs you. And it's like now, I can skip and listen to a podcast afterwards to get the notes. I can get the show notes on what happened. They'll tell me what happened. But I don't necessarily have to watch it because I watched it last week. It's the same formulaic show.
Absolutely.
Nothing different.
Yep, it is.
So it's like
the same old shit. And they can't even build up pay-per-views anymore because I feel like they don't give a shit about pay-per-views because A, it doesn't make them money like it used to. B, because they're not charging pay-per-view prices. They're not charging $50-$60 anymore. I remember when WrestleMania was $100. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Remember when WrestleMania back in what was it, 2009, 2010 was $100 because it was 6 hours long or whatever the fuck?
Right.
Like, what the hell kind of shit is this? But at least some of, I will say some, I'm not saying all of them, I'm saying some of the pay-per-views were better compared to now. The matches meant more because the storylines were built up to sell a pay-per-view that was needed to be sold to make money. Now it's free. So I feel like it's just like it's booked like a Monday Night Raw.
It's booked, yep. And
it's
that's
an
why
extended Monday Night Raw. That's all it is.
That's why I don't like my least favorite are the SmackDown pay-per-views and the Raw pay-per-views. Those are my least favorite because they're SmackDown and Raw, just with a different name.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear the excuse of people like you to go back to what you were saying. If people are saying, oh, there's too much wrestling, that's bullshit. If you are invested in a product and it is good, you will tune in live every single week to watch that shit. I don't care who you are. Don't use any of that bullshit excuse that there's too much wrestling. You can watch it on Hulu, blah, 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 blah. If you are invested and it's good and you want to see it, you will watch that shit live every week.
You will watch it.
And if you deny that, you're bullshitting yourself.
Excuse what you don't realize what they're saying is like what I said. They're admitting that wrestling isn't must see because ratings wouldn't fall if it was must see TV.
Yep.
Because there's regular. I mean, now granted, there's TV shows get canceled left and right nowadays. But for the shows that are good, when you look at what they do rating wise each week, that shows you that people are tuning in. If the show comes on at 8, people aren't DVRing it. They're watching it at 8.
Yep.
They're watching it at 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
and it shows you. Yeah, they're invested in it. I mean, like, again, I'm bringing it up again. Walking Dead. I think Walking Dead has had maybe a couple episodes where they dipped below because people were getting kind of sick of it. Like, I know last season, but even I don't watch that show anymore. But I always get the news about how well the show does, and like their ratings are always through the roof. And that's Sunday night. People got to go to work Monday, and people are watching Walking Dead Sunday night,
and then watching The Talking Dead.
And they watch The Talking Dead at 10 right after. So you got to look at that and look. Okay, how is everybody liking Walking Dead more than WWE right now? Because WWE fans watch Walking Dead too. You know what I mean?
It's the same thing with
it's the same thing.
It's the same thing with Game of Thrones. People watch that shit live.
And Game of Thrones. People watch Game of Thrones.
Guess what? I watched it live.
Right.
I made sure my ass was in the couch with the wife and the dog, and we're watching Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Yep.
In the age of DVR, just because it's DVR and it's available, doesn't mean people don't watch shit live anymore.
Because I'm gonna break the news to everybody. DVR are for the shows that you like, but you can miss. That's what DVR is for. But for the shows that you love, that you have to watch, you're going to be at home.
Yes, you will.
You're going to be at home. And even if you're kind of like away and you set it, because people do still set those shows for DVR. But it doesn't mean that that's only for, I might be at my son's baseball game a little too long. You know what I mean? Like tonight, like that's why people will have it set. But even though they have it set, they'll turn to it and watch it.
First thing they're going to do when they get home is watch it.
Well, yeah.
If you're passionate about something, you want it around you. And you want to see it right away. That's the major point we're trying to make here, is that if you want to see something, you will. You'll watch it live. Yeah. You know what I mean? If it's good and you're invested and you like it, you'll watch it live. Point proven right now, tonight. There's subscribers that want to watch us live.
Exactly.
They could watch this tomorrow.
Right.
But they're watching it live.
Yeah.
There you go. So, I mean, I don't like hearing that excuse that there's too much wrestling. I think that's just a fucking excuse for things being bad the way they are. Let's stop making excuses and let's start pointing out things that need to be pointed out. Because the shit is wrong. The shit's not right. There's a reason why people are not invested. I have been watching wrestling, like I said, and so have you, the majority of your life. And it's hard to watch. Yeah. It is hard. I've skipped Raws. I have skipped SmackDowns. I don't watch them until a week goes by. And I'll watch Ring of Honor live.
Yeah. It's never been this bad with WWE before. I've never had an issue of not being able to watch like this.
Yes.
It's crazy to me, man. Like, just to think about when you're a wrestling fan for as long as we've been, for anybody who's been a wrestling fan the majority of their lives, it's like you got to look at what's going on now.
Yeah.
It's sad when you really.
And also don't want to hear the fucking excuse that the talent was different back then than now. That's bullshit. It's all about how you use your talent in the proper way. If you use your talent in the proper way, it'll get them over. This whole thing about reading scripts and we got Hollywood writers, cut that shit out. Let these guys go on a mic, shoot their promo the way they see fit, and let themselves get over. Let's stop trying to get them over and let themselves get themselves over. I don't know if I said that backwards. That was weird. But let these guys go get themselves over. That's how everyone becomes a star. Okay? You can't become a star if you're constantly handcuffed to a bullshit script that some of these guys can't even read.
Yeah.
Let them be themselves. The whole reason why Austin got over, why The Rock got over, is because they were able to be themselves with the volume turned way up. That is the point. And that's a fact. And you look at all these other guys I've seen. I watch a lot of, or I listen to a lot of interviews like Jim Cornette. I'm a big Cornette fan. And I listen to a lot of these people just talking about the state of wrestling in general. And it's, it's different, but it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good, especially for the WWE.
Right.
The way the business is going, it's got to eventually, even Rome fell, okay? Let me just put that in perspective. Nothing lasts forever. It's not going to be popular forever. I get that. But at least don't let it be cringeworthy.
Right.
And right now, it's cringe. When I see an interview, a perfect example is when I see an interview and I don't know, whoever the fuck they get to do interviews now, I don't even know their names. They're forgettable, these interviewers.
Yeah.
But the backstage interviewers that can barely talk themselves, they're doing an interview, and then at the end of the interview, they either close up, face pan, silent to people's faces after for like 5 seconds. It's the most awkward, cringe shit I've ever seen. Or I got wrestlers that are acting completely out of character, like Sami Zayn with the what's with this? What's with the Sami Zayn doing this shit all the time? What's with the hand gestures all the time? What is this shit about? Well, let me. He's acting like an idiot.
And I don't like that part of. I don't like how they've done that with him, where this silly thing came out of nowhere with him when he does that in the back sometimes. Or like I remember when he was teaming up with, I think it was Roman and Seth Rollins. This is I think before the brand split, and how he was being really goofy, and then they like kind of walked away, and they were like, "Oh man, he's worse than Dean Ambrose." It was like a little comedic segment, and I was like, "That's not supposed to be Sami Zayn. I don't see him that way." Like,
no, he's supposed to be like this nipping at your heels underdog. You know what I mean? Like he's supposed to be like, I'm always here. I'm always looking for a fight, no matter what. That's Sami Zayn, not this obnoxious, annoying, hand gesturing buffoon. He's a buffoon sometimes. He acts like a complete idiot, and then other times I'm supposed to take him seriously when he wants to act serious. No,
but if you notice, that's how Vince does it for a lot of guys when they're kind of stuck either in a jobber status or they don't know what to do with them. They turn them into a comedy act.
Yeah, no. Santino, you can't be Santino Marella and Brock Lesnar at the same time. That doesn't fucking work. I'm sorry. You're just, I just don't understand how they don't see what type of talent they have. It's like they don't even know what the guys are capable of that they're bringing in. They're just bringing in guys. Yeah. Because people talk about them.
Yep.
Oh, the crowd likes El Generico. Let's bring him in.
Yeah.
Oh, the crowd likes this guy named Kevin Steen. Let's bring him in. Oh, AJ Styles won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. That's rare. Let's bring him in. You know what I mean? Like, and to this day, they still don't They haven't used AJ correctly in certain points, I would say. And if you want to get specific, he shouldn't have lost to Jericho at WrestleMania. He had no business losing to Jericho. Jericho did not need to win at WrestleMania. Yeah. And it did nothing for Chris Jericho to win. The whole storyline leading up was to put AJ over. He was the new guy that just debuted at Royal Rumble a few months ago, and he lost at WrestleMania?
Right.
What the
Right. Hey, what's up, Derek?
What's up, Derek? How you doing, buddy? And it's just like they New Japan has it right. And I'm not just sitting here trying to suck the teat of New Japan. But when you look, and I'll use this as a perfect example, when you look at how they use their IWGP World Heavyweight Championship is the way the WWE title should be used. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know the WWE has never been the sporty type of brand, but if they just used that title that way, I think everyone would start to consider at least that portion of WWE, the WWE title that has been the staple of WWE for a long, long time. Look at the guys that held it besides Jinder Mahal. Okay? that made that title mean something. I'm not saying all of them made it mean something. I'm saying look at the guys that made it really mean something. You look at Hogan, you look at Warrior, you look at Michaels, you look at Bret Hart, you look at Austin, you look at Rock, you look at Brock Lesnar, you look at all of these guys that made it really, really mean something. Angle, all of these guys. Okay?
Yeah.
You take what the IWGP Championship is. Now, what they do with the WWE title is completely the opposite of what they do with the IWGP title. Not everyone holds the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. It is a sacred thing. I mean, it's very few and far between. There's a lot of guys that are chasing that title that will never win.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that chase that title and never win. Kenny fucking Omega, look how over that guy is, and he still has not won it.
Dang.
If that were WWE, he would have won it a year ago.
Right. Right.
But it's not WWE. They treat their title with respect. You've got to have respect for your belt and treat it a certain way. You can't just throw it on this guy because you want this crowd to watch you now. Or you want to throw it on this guy because you think he's your next big John Cena or Hulk Hogan or whatever the hell.
I mean, just look at what they did with the Universal title with Finn Balor. He wanted his first pay-per-view. And I love Finn, but I think Seth Rollins should have been set to win that match. If that's me booking that, I think Seth Rollins should have. You don't want to. It's that whole thing that we said before. They blow their load too much. They do things too soon. They don't like the slow build-up. It's no, and it's funny too because it's everything has Vince. Everything goes through him. He makes the last-minute decisions. He changes things. And I remember somebody saying he loved Finn Balor's entrance. And it's almost like because he loved that entrance and because he saw what the crowd was doing when he came out, that meant put the title on him.
Yeah, because he has no idea what the guy's capable of.
Yeah, it didn't mean about his wrestling skills.
Nope.
Didn't mean anything else. Vince liked his entrance. He loved what the crowd did to the entrance. Put the title on him. That was his logic in that moment. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee that's why Finn's
character, Prince Devitt, if you don't know who Finn was before, Prince Devitt's character was that's his guy. Like that's his character.
Yeah. That
was not WWE giving him that character. He was doing face paint and fucking shit before. He was doing that before. Yeah. If you go look it up. None of what just because Vince likes the look of something, it's like he finds a new shiny toy. Like, oh, I just found this toy. Look, oh, it's great. I'm gonna put it in the top of my shelf, and it's gonna be right here, right in front of everything else because everything else is shit. Because I like this toy, and that's it. That's what Vince is like. He has no idea outside of WWE. He has no idea what's going on. He does not care. His life is WWE, and that is it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been reports of that. I mean, there's if you go look up, there's a story about Freddie Prinze Jr. talking to him on an airplane, and he's like, I don't know. I think I told this story before, but you can look it up. I'm not going to get into all that. But the guy's out of touch. Yeah. He doesn't know anything else besides WWE. But can't even get the WWE right because he doesn't know how to book these guys because he just sees the shiny toy and goes with the shiny toy instead of understanding what the shiny toy can do.
Right.
He's one of these guys that just takes the toy out of the box and puts it on the shelf like that and then looks at it without playing with his toy and seeing what it can do.
Yeah.
Oh, it can do that. I had no idea. You know what I mean? Like, see what your talent can do, know your talent, and put them in the proper positions to make your company the best possible product that it is.
Right.
They just don't want to do that. So, and they're stubborn. So, I don't know. I'm exhausted from ranting. I'll be honest with you. I'm exhausted. Yeah. I don't know. Do you have anything else to say?
One last thing, but you kind of alluded to it. I just wanted to get this out. How they do kind of, he doesn't get to. I don't think any of the creative really gets to know their superstars. But if you notice, guys that can't talk on the mic, for example, they'll give them all the time in the world to talk on the mic. The guys that can don't get that time. They kind of, what is the saying? You try to fit square pegs into or round pegs into a square. Like, that's what they do.
Square peg into a round hole.
Into a round hole. That's what they do. They don't utilize the strengths. You gotta recognize strengths. If somebody can't talk, you gotta work around that. You don't force them to keep talking to see if they get better.
Yep.
You either keep it short and simple, or you get them a manager that can talk for them.
Exactly.
It's as simple as that. But they don't do that. That's not how they operate. But I just wanted to get that out. They do a lot of that. They don't look at okay, this guy is really good at doing this, so let's emphasize this. Let's point out the strengths, not the weaknesses. That's what that's even what sports teams do. When you watch basketball and you watch football, you see guys on the court or on the field, there's things that they can do better than, like, there's certain wide receivers that run slants better than anybody else. Mm-hmm. So what is a coach going to do?
Run the slant.
Run the slant. With that specific wide receiver, they're going to say, you're the best at doing a slant, so we're going to do a slant to you. We're not going to do a slant to whoever because he can't do it as good. Now, he can do a vertical. Mm-hmm. He can do an out route.
Yep.
But he can't slant as good. So the coach is going to put that wide receiver that can do what he can do, it's going to put him in positions to do that. Same thing with quarterbacks. If a quarterback can't throw downfield, what do? They set up plays where he's just going to dink and drop. He's just going to do 5-yard, 10-yard passes. Mm-hmm. Because his strength is not passing downfield, so why the hell will we throw Hail Marys?
Exactly. Or you're going to do short routes. You're going to do quick passes, short to intermediate routes, and that's it. You got a guy that can run a go route. What are you gonna do? Play action pass, hit the go route. Right. That's what you're gonna do. Hit him over the top. But you're not gonna do a fucking a go route on a goddamn slot receiver. No, it doesn't make any sense.
Right. That's what Vince would do, though. If Vince was a football coach, that's what Vince would do. Everybody on ESPN would see that whoever wide receiver, I don't know. I'm thinking of the guys that I liked before, but like Chad Ochocinco. Mm-hmm. You look at him; he's good doing a vertical down the field. Mm-hmm. Vince wouldn't be throwing to him like that. Like, no, let's do plays that set up something different.
Oh, we'll have him run tight end routes, run an out route, and that's it.
We'll have him run.
My office, come here, Tyler Breeze, Fashion Place, come here.
He'll be running out of the backfield like he's a running back. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff, man. But it's about showing the strengths of guys. You don't want their weaknesses to show. You want their weaknesses to show as little as possible. And that even means during the match as well. This is not just for promos. It's not just for the character building. It's also for how they are in the ring. If they can do certain things well, showcase that. They can't do certain things well. Don't force them to be doing things that they really can't do that good.
Yeah.
Like
it's not like we're speaking Swahili here. You know what I mean?
Right.
They act the WWE acts like the fan base speaks friggin' another language. Like when we're suggesting things or when we say things that we like to see.
Yeah.
We got a couple questions here. What do you guys think about the Black Series new face print tech? The real face scans. We're gonna get into that Sunday. If you guys want to tune in Sunday, I'm gonna try and myself and Soul Drum, and I'm gonna try and get Strident on too. We're gonna talk about all the releases, what our thoughts about it is thoughts about what our thoughts are on those the releases and everything. So if you want to tune in Sunday, we're going to be talking about all about that. But I just kind of want to keep it strict WWE wrestling stuff here right now. So, Derek, if you want to tune in Sunday, like I said, we'll definitely be doing that. I'll post on my Facebook page. So go check out my Facebook page. Just ODC, that's me on Facebook. I'll definitely post the date and time, which is going to be Sunday, but I'll post the time, and it'll be Eastern time. We don't have a time yet, but I'll probably post it tomorrow. So you guys all check that out if you want. And then the other question was, why did Austin Aries leave? And that was Zorpox. Austin Aries asked to be released. He didn't like what he was being pigeonholed in the 205 live or the cruiserweight division. He thought he was better than the cruiserweight division, which He is. I think he could have had a great title run with the Intercontinental title. Do I think he's a WWE champion? No, I don't know about that. That's kind of a stretch. But mid-card title, sure. I mean, I still think that he should have beat – he probably should have eventually beat got the proverbial monkey off his back. He should have beat – Neville for the title. Didn't have to be at WrestleMania. It could have been, at SummerSlam or something.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Something to end it for him so he can get that title. He's worth it now. I mean, the fact that Neville beat him twice, or what was it? Twice or three times? Was it twice?
I think it was twice.
No, it was. Well, they had three matches. Well, one was a bullshit ending.
Yeah. And
then he beat him twice, and then it was just like, well, he's not good enough to go after a mid-card title now. What's the point? So I kind of don't blame him for wanting to leave.
You're right.
Because he'll probably make just as much money on the indies working Ring of Honor and New Japan. He'll probably have a better run in those companies and be used better. And he's older. You know what I mean? The guy's not young. I mean, even look at Finn Balor. Like, he's not young. Bobby Roode's 40. You know what I mean? Like, these guys that they bring in, they're older.
Yeah.
So they want to be at the top of the level as soon as they get there. And WWE is making them really grind it before they get there. And it's like, well, why am I wasting my time here if you're not going to do anything with me?
Yeah.
So that's basically why he left. Derek, I'm not sure what time. I gotta work the logistics with Strident too. Whatever time, I know he's got off, but we do have personal lives and stuff like that. So like I said, I'll talk to Strident tomorrow and we'll figure something out, a specific time, and I'll post it on my Facebook so you guys will know that for sure. So definitely check out my Facebook page because I'll have it posted there. But all in all, what's up, buddy? How you doing? We're just I think we're gonna pretty much wrap it up here. I know I'm starting to lose my voice from fucking going off on tangents. Jesus. But this was a lot of fun. I always enjoy our talks, whether it's about wrestling or pretty much anything. We're pretty much always on the same page with stuff, so it's good to know,
Yeah.
But you have anything else to add?
I still got 2 videos I need to upload.
Yeah.
For anybody that's subscribed to me, I'm sitting on them. I'm being lazy. I recorded 2 videos that I got to upload. I will try to upload them sometime this week, though.
Yep. Yeah. Well, stay tuned for that. You want to give us a hint as to what one of them are?
They're kind of both the same thing. What I'm doing is a new series where I'm taking like each era, action figure wise, and pointing out which figures are my favorite from that era. Out of the ones that I actually like have. So
sweet.
So yeah.
Can't wait. I'm gonna check that out.
Stay tuned for that one.
All in all, who will win? All right, I'll run through it since you joined late. We pretty much had the exact same answer, so I'll just run through it really quick.
Yeah.
We picked Ty Dillinger to win. We picked Mike Kanellis to win. We picked Shinsuke to win. John Cena to win. AJ Styles to win. Charlotte to win. The Usos to win. And Jinder Mahal to win.
Yep.
And those are our picks.
Oh, and Derek, I'll put those. I'm gonna try to upload those videos. At least one of them this week, and maybe the other one like probably the following week.
Sweet. Yeah. Yeah. If you guys haven't subbed to Soul Drum 86, go over to Soul Drum 86 and sub to him, please. Please do that. Show him some support. Show him some love. And yeah, I plan on doing that soon. That is gonna happen. That's going to happen. I do have the G.I. Joe Monster Blaster APC coming next. That's going to be the next review up, and then I'll probably do that. And then I have a whole bunch of other stuff, play sets, G.I. Joe stuff. I've got this guy to do. I know he's in a weird pose right now, but I just got him today, and he looks pretty good. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on the face sculpt because it looks kind of looks like Jericho at some angles and then kind of doesn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's that. I also got the ringside exclusive Hollywood Hulk Hogan from Storm Collectibles that I have to do that review.
That thing is awesome.
Yeah,
that thing is
man. It's good, just to say the least. Just to say the least on that. But so I got some wrestling reviews coming up, and I got a whole bunch of G.I. Joe reviews coming up. And that's pretty much it for me and Soul Drum. Like I said, stay tuned for Sunday. Like I said, I'll post the specific time as soon as I know it, and I will post it tomorrow. So go check out my Facebook. Like my Facebook page. Go over and subscribe to Soul Drum 86 on YouTube. And yeah, that's pretty much it for us. And we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Peace.